ahead with ShipSticks.com makes it fast and easy to get to your golf destination. With just a few clicks or a phone call, we'll pick up and deliver your clubs on time, guaranteed, for as low as $39.99. ShipSticks.com saves you time and money. Make it simple. Make it ShipSticks.
What average underwear feels like. What Duluth Buck Naked underwear feels like.
Welcome to Gridiron Ring, live right here on Periscope. I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96. Be sure, if you haven't done so already, like, follow, and subscribe Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96, on social media. For watching on playback on YouTube, the links are in the description below. College football live reactions, play-by-play this evening of Penn State at Maryland. Also, right now, Virginia Tech hosting Duke on ESPN. A total of 4 games this evening in college football. San Jose State and Air Force coming up also at 8 p.m. Eastern Time this evening. Friday night, September the 27th, 2019. We'll have more college football games tomorrow. Saturday, unfortunately, no live reactions, play-by-play tomorrow for myself due to Penn State playing this evening. Friday night, it's got everything messed up, especially with Fox now not on Dish Network. Fox Sports 1, and the Big Ten Network no longer on Dish Network at this moment. But Penn State at Maryland, as Penn State is 3-0, wins over Idaho, Buffalo, and Pitt, coming off a bye week last week, will now travel to College Park, Maryland, to play the Terrapins in this Big Ten East showdown at Byrd Stadium. Pre-game almost over on FS1. Penn State and Maryland will kick off here very shortly. Maryland also coming off a bye last week. Now, 2 weeks ago, after the first 2 weeks, after they put up 79 week 1 against Howard, 63 against a top 25 ranked Syracuse team 2 weeks ago. Now, coming off a bye for Maryland, they lost on the road at Temple. So 2-1 Maryland hosting the 3-0 Penn State Nittany Lions here tonight. Try to get this right this time around. Friday night, September the 27th, 2019. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching my live reactions, play-by-play, right here on Periscope. As mentioned, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. If you have a chat question or comment, let me know in the comment section below. Also, like, and super heart button. Be sure to share this on social media as well. And like, follow, and subscribe Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96, on social media. It is a blackout in College Park at Byrd Stadium for this showdown between the 12th ranked Penn State Nittany Lions and the Maryland Terrapins. Maryland actually had to add extra seats for tonight's game. Game is on FS1. Maryland about ready to come out of the tunnel, have some smoke. There's Rob Stone, former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn, and former duo at USC, Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush, on this Fox Sports 1 college football pregame before Penn State and Maryland. Here come the Maryland Terrapins, wearing all black this evening. They are coached by first-year head coach Mike Loxley. There's the Maryland Terrapin mascot as well. They are for sure fired up for tonight's ball game against the 12th ranked Nittany Lions from right here in Happy Valley. It'll be Josh Jackson, Virginia Tech transfer quarterback for Maryland, up against Sean Clifford, the Big Red Dog, who is in his first year as the Penn State starting quarterback, now in his first ever true road game as a starting quarterback. You got to believe it's what Maryland 34-27. Brady Quinn says Penn State will win. Reggie Bush, 28-21, Nittany Lions. Urban Meyer, former Florida and Ohio State head coach, normally on this pre-show as well, but is Matt Leinart is taking the Maryland Terrapins in an upset over Penn State, which is a little surprising, but at the same time, no, it's not. But Urban Meyer getting honored tonight at Utah, one of his other stops as a head coach. He is getting inducted into the Utah Hall of Fame this evening. Maryland's entrance with their new renovations, pretty sick. They're sort of like in a cage with a turtle shell as the top. Fear the turtle. Here come the 2-1 Maryland Terrapins at home tonight at Byrd Stadium in this blackout versus Penn State. Game is on FS1, Fox Sports 1. Tim Brando, Spencer Tillman on the call. Maryland going WWE style for their entrance. Pyro among pyro. Penn State now getting booed as they hit the field. This is a rivalry, according to Maryland. Penn State has only lost twice, though, to the Terrapins. Once in 1961 and also once 5 seasons ago in 2014. Penn State has not lost since. That was a 2019 win by Maryland. 2015 31-30 win for the Nittany Lions. Mike Locksley now interview on the sideline with Coley Harvey. Locksley, former offensive coordinator at Alabama under Nick Saban. Locksley was, however, and I talked about this during my college football predictions over on YouTube this week. If you missed those, be sure to go check those out. Subscribe to Gridiron Ring on YouTube. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. There is Tim Brando and Spencer Tillman. It'll be a blackout versus a whiteout. Penn State travels well no matter where the Nittany Lions play. Penn State, largest alumni association in the world, with over 40% living in the DMV area of Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Maryland, and Northern Virginia. There's Josh Jackson getting warmed up for tonight's game. Virginia Tech transfer at quarterback. Virginia Tech playing at home this evening in Blacksburg at Lane Stadium against the Duke Blue Devils, down 7-3 with 8:50 to play in the first half. There is Coach James Franklin in his 6th season at Penn State. Maryland and Penn State shake hands, unlike Maryland did in their first year in the Big Ten with then head coach Randy Edsall, who is now back at UConn. Maryland did not shake hands. However, they got the last laugh, won that game 2019, as mentioned. But then Penn State, we are Penn State. Fear the turtle. Who you got? Let me know in the comments below. 2015, though, Penn State won. 2016, Penn State won. Blew out Maryland at home after the first 2 years, 1-point victories for the respective school. 2016, as mentioned, Penn State won. 2017, Penn State won as well. Down in College Park, they put up 60-plus on the Terrapins with then offensive coordinator Joe Moorhead, who is now the head coach at Mississippi State. And then Penn State won 2 days after Thanksgiving last season as well, before playing Kentucky in the Citrus Bowl this past January 1st. So final commercial break before we will have kickoff here this evening, Friday night, September the 27th. 2019, 4 games on in college football tonight, plus more, a lot more tomorrow. There are some teams on byes. First weekend as well for the NFL for bye weeks. We'll have a couple teams on byes there. Jay Gruden in Washington with the Redskins might be fighting for his job as well, as they might go to Dwayne Haskins early on against the Giants come Sunday. As mentioned, go check out my college football Week 5 predictions over on YouTube if you haven't done so already. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring and myself, Corey and Luke, 96 on social media. If you're watching on playback on YouTube, the links are in the description below. Just take a screenshot, folks. It'll last longer. Also, go check out my NFL Week 4 predictions. So now, this upcoming weekend, as the weekend will continue, last night, I was planning on doing live reactions play-by-play of Eagles-Packers in the NFL on Thursday Night Football on Fox. However, being a Dish Network customer with Fox, Fox Sports 1, and Big Ten Network, now not on Dish Network, I was unable to watch that and do live reactions play-by-play. So sorry for any inconvenience if you were planning on tuning in and watching that. However, I made a decision this afternoon, found a way to watch tonight's game, as I, believe me, will never, ever miss a Penn State football game, no matter the circumstances. We'll have kickoff here next at Capital One Field at Bird Stadium. Penn State will kick off. There is Jordan Stout, number 98, another former Virginia Tech transfer, now at kicker for the Nittany Lions. Every single kick he has had this year on kickoff has been for a touchback. Maryland will receive, Penn State kicking off. Penn State right to left, Maryland vice versa, left to right, across your television screen, radio, and audio dial. Maryland students still filing in. There are still some empty seats, however, the rest of the Maryland fan base, along with Penn State, is full in attendance. It's a blackout versus a whiteout here tonight down in College Park. Maryland, after the touchback, first down and 10, 25-yard line. Josh Jackson will be in shotgun. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. There is Yeter Gross-Matos, number 99, on the defensive line of the DN position. Fake the give, actually a handoff to Anthony McFarland. He gets about 4, maybe 5 yards before running out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second and 6 from the 29. Running back to the left of Jackson. Fake the give this time. Jackson looking to throw near side. In the flat to McFarland, and it looks like he has enough for the first down. Depending on the spot, it's going to be 3rd and inches. It's going to be 3rd and short. Quarterback sneak for Maryland, and it looks like Jackson has enough for the Maryland Terrapin first down. Finally, some good weather in this rivalry between Penn State and Maryland. Nice, beautiful, crisp autumn night in College Park. 1st and 10 from the 31. A little bit of a high snap, handoff on the draw. Jan Johnson on the stop for Penn State, gain of 3 yards. Second and 7. Arizona State also plays Cal later on tonight at 10:30. That'll be the 4th and final college football game this evening. Jackson over the middle, picked off at midfield by Penn State. That is Jan Johnson. A return to the 32-yard line. Penn State with great field position to begin their opening drive of the evening. However, a flag on the play. Very, very loud "We Are Penn State" chants as Penn State is in the house this evening Johnson just cut the route. It was underthrown a little bit as well by Jackson, and Jan Johnson picked it off. About a 15-yard return. Flag on the play. Still waiting to hear from the Zebras. Hopefully they're on both teams' sides this evening. After the INT, a chop block, a legal block below the waist against Maryland, and then a personal foul late hit also against Maryland. It'll be first down Penn State after two 15-yard penalties. And it's going to be first down and 10 Nittany Lions. We'll see where they spot the ball at. And the chop block, the guy slipped and fell. And then the late hit, I mean, iffy as well. I mean, Penn State will clearly, obviously, take the penalties, but the one probably shouldn't have been called. However, it's going to be first down and goal from the 9-yard line for Penn State. Sean Clifford, play clock winding down, will get the snap off. Hopefully he did. No, whistle. Delay a game on the first snap for Penn State. Actually, Penn State calls a timeout during their first play of the ball game. Good God. Get your head out of your ass. Come on, let's go. It'll still be first and goal from the 9 when we return from commercial break. Sean Clifford in his first ever career road start as a starting quarterback for Penn State. Has played well on the road, though, before as a backup last year at Pitt. First ever career touchdown pass, 50 yards to Brandon Polk down in Pittsburgh at Heinz Field against the Panthers. Penn State coming off a win against Pitt 2 weeks ago now as well this year in 2019 during College Football 150, as college football is celebrating 150 years. All right. A Lincoln commercial with Matthew McConaughey during this first commercial break of the ball game this evening. When we return, it'll still be first and goal after the Penn State timeout, after the Maryland interception, the two 15-yard penalties, and the Penn State timeout. Ricky Slade in at running back, it looked like, before the timeout was called. Also, Journey Brown, and then Noah Kane and Devin Ford as well. So, 14-3 now Duke, Virginia Tech. We'll check in on that. Also, shortly, I'll check in on Air Force and San Jose State. And then by the time the second half rolls around for this ball game, at that point, Arizona State Cal should have kicked off. So a commercial break with Maryland and Penn State. Baseball in its final weekend of the regular season. Playoffs will begin Tuesday and Wednesday with the wildcard games, and then next Thursday, AL and NLDS begin before the AL and NLCS, and then the World Series. Hockey and basketball about in full swing as well. Hockey preseason has been going on for about 2 weeks now. Regular season kicking off as they will drop the puck here next week. And then NBA about a month away before the regular season begins. But the past month, college football and the NFL have been in full swing. College football here tonight, Penn State at Maryland as we return from commercial break. It'll be Clifford in shotgun. Hopefully he doesn't throw an interception inside the 10 like Aaron Rodgers did last night at the end of the ball game against the Philadelphia Eagles. First and goal, running back to the near side to the left of Clifford. That is Journey Brown, number 4. Fake the give to him, and Sean Clifford walks in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State on the first play from scrimmage. 6-0 as Penn State capitalizes on the Maryland interception. They ran the tight ends and the wide receivers to the near side. Fake the give to Journey Brown, also fake the give to Hamler on the reverse on the end around, and Hamler right up the middle, walked right in the end zone, 9-yard touchdown for number 14. Extra point, up and good, 7-0. Penn State leads the Maryland Terrapins with 12:55 to play in the opening quarter. Still 14-3 Duke over Virginia Tech. If Josh Jackson, the former Vol Tech quarterback, wouldn't have threw a direct pass to the Penn State middle linebacker, Jan Johnson, lobbed it over his head a little bit, clearly wouldn't have had the 2 penalties on the return, which got Penn State inside the 10. One play later, 9-yard run by Clifford. You wouldn't be down 7-0 right now as well. But just lob it over his head a little bit, lead him down the field. You might have had a very, very long touchdown pass to get momentum here early on in the ball game. But now Penn State has momentum, up 7-0. One play, one touchdown after the Maryland INT. There is also Will Levis on the sideline, along with Michael Johnson Jr., number 13, true freshman quarterback from Eugene, Oregon. His father, actually a wide receivers coach at the university, was actually Michael Vick's quarterback coach with the Atlanta Falcons. Another touchback from Jordan Stout. Maryland will once again begin at the 25-yard line. Penn State could not have asked for a better start to tonight's ball game.
Outstanding defensive play. Now let's see the response from the home team. He struggled in that game with Temple. He was 15 of 38. You mentioned had an interception very early in that game as well. Was sacked 4 times.
Jackson fakes the toss out of the shotgun, has a hole, gets 9 yards. Going to be second and short. Jonathan Sutherland, number 26 on the tackle for the Nittany Lions.
Here's how you run the option off the end man, 99. You can see, again, he pulls this ball, 99 comes off the field and doesn't commit. Now, when you get in no man's land like that against this guy, it's a problem. You got to decide on what you're going to do. This guy's athletic enough to make it.
Out of the pistol, 3 wide. Jackson hands off. Penn State with a 4-yard loss. Utergross Matos with the tackle back at the 30-yard line. Third and 5 from the 30. And flags come flying. We're going to have a false start on Maryland. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the original line of scrimmage of the 25-yard line. Loxley telling his players to play smart. Man in motion near side. Jackson gets the snap, looking, screen pass, complete. Yard loss on the play. It'll be 4th and 11. McFarland caught it at the 20, got to the 24 when the line of scrimmage was a 25. Lost a yard, 4th and 11. Cam Brown, number 6, on the stop. KJ Hamler now going to be back deep for the Nittany Lions on this punt. Some highlights of the Penn State-Maryland game during Duke-Virginia Tech. The interception and then the 9-yard touchdown run from Sean Clifford. We will go to commercial. Penn State leading 7-0. 11 minutes to play in the opening quarter. First and 10 from the 41 for Penn State. 3 wide for Sean Clifford. Journey Brown to his right. Hand off to him, and he's going to lose about 2 yards. Second down. Clifford hands off once again. About a 3-yard gain. Third and long. Penn State with some tempo here early on during their second drive, trying to speed things up a little bit. 4 wide once again. From the 42, Clifford looking to throw over the middle, has a man at midfield, caught. KJ Hamler high stepping at the 40, makes a man miss at the 30, down the far sideline in the end zone, touchdown Penn State. A 58-yard touchdown pass from Sean Clifford, the Big Red Dog, to KJ Hamler. Penn State leads 13-0 early on. Flag on the play before the extra point. Illegal substitution on the Maryland defense. Half the distance to the goal. Can't really get any closer than that. Penn State will once again try to attempt the extra point. Pinninger. PAT up and good. 14-0. Penn State leads. 5 minutes into the ball game. A simple slant over the middle at the sticks. KJ Hamler making men miss. Left and right. High stepping at the 40. Little juke in there as well, down the far sideline in the end zone, 58 yards. Clifford to Hamler, touchdown Penn State, 14-0 going into commercial once again. 21-3 Duke blowing out Virginia Tech, 35 seconds to play before halftime. That's a big surprise, a very, very big surprise. Duke on the road, leading the Hokies by 18 at halftime. Duke with the blitz. Willis goes down to the 15-yard line. And that very well could be the final play of the first half, with the Hokies trailing the Blue Devils 21-3. Last night, college football, Memphis defeated Navy in Graceland, USA. That will be the final play of the first half. Back to the action. Sean Clifford with 2 plays, 2 touchdowns for the Nittany Lions. A total of 4 plays, 2 other runs by Jerry Brown, running back out of Meadville, who back in 2015 in one game against Du Bois had 1,000 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns. Stout kicks off, touchback once again. Penn State a total of 4 plays, 2 touchdowns, both by Sean Clifford, a 9-yard rushing touchdown and a 58-yard passing touchdown to KJ Hamlin. From the 25. Jackson looking to throw. Penn State with pressure. Alexander goes down. Jesse Lucada, number 40, with the tackle. Handoff, Maryland with the reverse. Pigram gets 8. Former Maryland quarterback. Going to be 3rd and 2. Lucado on the stop once again. Injured player on the field, that is Tyrell Pigram. He's now on the sideline and literally just chucked his helmet into the ground, now punching water bottles left and right as he knows there is something seriously wrong. Now he is in the injury tent. Lucado with the stop on Pigram on that last play, literally just stopped him and then threw him down on the ground. No penalty. 3rd and 2 though from the 33 for the Maryland Terps. Shotgun for Jackson, looking to throw. Josh Jackson gets out to the 39, gain of 6, first down. Terrapins 14-0 Penn State leads with 7 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Duke leading Virginia Tech 21-3. At halftime, another injured Maryland Terp on the field. Another highlight of Penn State, Maryland during halftime on ESPN. 2nd and 7 for the Terps. Interception to Jan Johnson. 2 penalties on that return. 1 play later, Clifford, touchdown, Penn State. Next Penn State drive, 58 yards. KJ Hamler over the middle. Touchdown, Penn State once again. 14-0. Going to commercial break. Seems like for the 1 millionth time this evening. In the first 8 minutes of the ball game, with 7:47 to play in the first. Penn State leads 14-0.
We test seal conditioners to keep older engines from leaking. We test detergents to help reduce soot. We test additives that protect against wear, increase fuel economy, and fight carbon buildup. Why? Because we won't settle for being less than the best, and you shouldn't either. It's just one of the reasons Valvoline has been trusted for 150 years.
Added ukulele to band shopping list.
Perfect. Hey, Monica. Nationwide's teamed up with Amazon to bring you the all-new Echo Auto. You're gonna love this. Alexa, add xylophone to band shopping list.
Okay.
We don't need a band shopping list.
Alexa and I disagree. Alexa, add positive attitude to band shopping list.
Added positive attitude to band shopping list.
It's for you. You need it.
Go nationwide now and get a free Amazon Echo Auto. There's a new food obsession sweeping the nation, and there's only one place to get it.
Toasted cheddar.
Pretty much any Taco Bell. Toasted cheddar baked on the shell of a chalupa. The new toasted cheddar chalupa, only at Taco Bell.
Where the Bud Light Platinum?
You're looking for the party turd.
Oh, it's around.
Bud Light Platinum. Brewed for the night.
Let's go! More Braves. Bears. Saturday on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Ellis McKenzie, 68, is going to replace Marcus Minor, who is getting a lot of help to get back into the locker room. The sophomore. The math and Catholic, they have so many from that school. This program always had.
The challenge, besides the injuries, is field position. Each one of their drives starting at their 25-10. They got a lot to overcome against this tough run-stuffing defense.
Jackson hands off. Penn State with the stop at the 35. Loss of 4. Fred Hansard, 53 on the stop.
Up and through there, number 53, along with Shane Simmons, 34. There's Simmons, a redshirt junior.
Is so active on the second level, too. But let's not forget about those guys up front. We know about Utah Gross Matos and company. Antonio Shelton's another.
They got Chuck and Tony Bowe in the game now, number 28. They go deep into that defensive front. Those second-teamers on the depth chart.
Jackson looking to throw near side. Has a man just past midfield. They say catch on the field. Gonna have to see the replay whether he got a foot in bounds or not. Nice catch, left foot in. That's a sure catch by Maryland on offense. Micah Parsons with a late hit on Josh Jackson. Flag came out as well. Personal foul. Late hit, roughing the passer. That's 15 yards. Automatic first down. And now they're actually going to review the previous play on the field for targeting, not for the catch. It was a sure catch by Maryland. Parsons, though, came in, hit Jackson. Looked a little helmet to helmet. It was a late hit, roughing the passer, automatic first down. Now a targeting review on the field.
He's a run and chase guy. You can't afford to lose. But again, I'm not sure what a guy's thinking about when you go to the head and neck area. If the quarterback is not particularly lowering his body down in a position where he's thrown, this is just it's not a smart play. It's a launch.
He didn't really lead with his helmet, but he hit helmet to helmet.
After review, the targeting foul has been confirmed. Number 11 is
Micah Parsons has been disqualified for the rest of the ball game. Will have to sit out the final 22 minutes of the first half, and the full second half, however, will be a full go now next week during Penn State's homecoming versus Purdue next Saturday, October the 5th. Jesse Lucada will take his spot. The targeting foul was confirmed. So now Jan Johnson, Cam Brown, and Jesse Lucada in at linebacker for the Nittany Lions. 1st and 10 after the roughing the passer targeting on Micah Parsons. Penn State with a Penn State brought pressure.
Given a lot of pressure
Castro Fields almost brought him down for the sack. Josh Jackson, however, got rid of the ball. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Particularly given the fact that you've got so many injuries up front. That type of play is going to take you about 5 seconds to run.
Handoff, near side to the 24-yard line. 3rd and 1. Another quarterback sneak for Maryland. Penn State with the stop. 4th down. Lucada and Cam Brown on the stop. Looks like Loxley's bringing in some extra linemen to go for it on 4th and 1. Offense will stay on the field. Handoff out of the eye. Penn State with the stop once again. Yetur Gross-Matos. Ball is out. Fumble. However, they're going to give Maryland the 1st down. He was down short of the line to gain. Yetur Gross-Matos and Garrett Taylor. And then the ball is out. They say 1st down Maryland. You're not going to look at that? False start Maryland. Thank you. Flag comes out. So they make up for the missed call. It'll be 1st and 15. Actually, they're going to say encroachment on Penn State, making the lineman move. It'll be 1st and 5 now. Actually, a false start on Maryland. False start Maryland, 1st and 15. Trips to the top of your screen for the Terps. Going left to right. Handoff out of shotgun. Gets to the 20. It'll be 2nd down. McFarland with a 7-yard run. Penn State leading by 2 scores, 14-0. Jackson looking to throw over the middle. Tipped. Incomplete. Once the ball is tipped, no flag can be thrown for defensive holding or pass interference. Ball is tipped by Jan Johnson. Garrett Taylor almost came down with the INT. 3rd down. Man in motion, play clock winding down. Maryland gets it off. Penn State with the blitz. Over the middle, complete at the 1st down marker. 1st and goal at the 10. They say 1st and 10. First and 10 from the 11. So Maryland's going to have 8 shots to get in the end zone. Trips to the top of your screen. Jackson keeps it for himself. out of shotgun, gets back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
When you want to run the option game down here, you have to be aggressive. You have to attack. And Coach Loxley knows that you got to press these guys on the defensive side of the ball and put them in conflict scenarios where they have to decide either take the quarterback or
Trips once again to the top of your screen. Jackson looking to throw near side. Picked off at the goal line by the Nittany Lions. Tariq Castro Fields, number 5, returns it to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Nittany Lions at the 5-yard line. Up 2 scores, 14-0. Josh Jackson here early on in the first quarter with 2 interceptions. One already leading to Penn State points. This one taking points off the board for Maryland. Intercepted at the goal line. Castro Fields, number 5, returns it to the 5. It'll be 1st and 10. Nittany Lions in their road whites here tonight during Friday Night Lights. Jackson, 2 interceptions now. Clifford Dell hands off. Rookie Slade, gain of 2. Slade, a true sophomore running back from Woodbridge, Virginia, gets 3, 2nd and 7. Clifford hands off once again. Gain of 6, 3rd and 1. Ricky Slade now 2 consecutive carries, total of 9 yards. Penn State looks to the sideline. Clifford hands off once again. 1st down, Nittany Lions on 3rd and short.
Ron, to your point, said that he spent some time over the break with the bye, figuring out exactly what they were doing wrong. And the good thing about it was a lot of little technical minor things that converters have got to create lack of success in 3rd down scenarios. These guys are getting after it down here, man. Chirping up top. Don't think that these guys are not pencil legs. They like to get after it, man. That's looking out. Marcus Lewis.
Starting to get chippy on the field between the Penn State offense and the Maryland defense. 1st and 10. Clifford fakes a give. Pass complete at the 15. KJ Hamler once again out to the 32-yard line before getting tackled. Pushed out of bounds, actually ran into his own player who is blocking downfield for him on the sideline. Hamler got the 1st down, 30-yard line. Hit his head off the knee of a Maryland defender as well, who is now down on the field with a knee injury, it looks like. Hamler on the sideline holding his head as well. 1st and 10, though, Nittany Lions. Under 2 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Penn State leads by 14. Yeah, Hamler hit his head off the front of the leg, the thigh, upper thigh of the Maryland defender. He is now down on the field. Hamler on the sideline, taking a pause for the cause as well. There's Josh Jackson once again on the sideline. 2 interceptions early on here in the first. Now being helped to the Terp sideline.
This is a kid that had a big fumble recovery against Temple. Started 5 games at corner. He's a guy that can really play a number of spots. Senior from District 19. Hopefully
2 running backs now in the ball game for Penn State. One to the right of Clifford, the other to the left. Fake the give. Clifford looking to throw deep down the far sideline. Has a man at the 30. Flag on the play for pass interference. Penn State with the catch. Dan Chesna with the catch at the 26. It's going to be pass interference on Maryland. A clothesline on the tackle before the catch. However, penalty is going to be declined after a 40-yard gain from Sean Clifford to Dan Chesna. 1st and 10 at the 27 now for the Nittany Lions. A minute to play in the first quarter. Handoff and loss of a yard for Ricky Slade. Things getting chippy once again. Clock continues to wind. Penn State taking their time, ending the first quarter. Might not even snap the ball. Play clock and game clock right at the same time of 15 seconds. Maybe try to draw him offside. Clifford gets a snap on 2nd and 11, loses another yard. It'll be 3rd and 12 to begin the second quarter with Penn State leading 14-0 over the Maryland Terrapins on the road tonight in College Park. Start of the third quarter in Blacksburg with the Hokies trailing the Duke Blue Devils 21-3. Gene Chizik, former Auburn and Iowa State head coach, in the booth for tonight's game. He's been out of coaching now for a while, ever since Gus Malzahn took over at Auburn. Duke might as well change their name to Bluke. Duke, just take the B from Blue Devils and put it on the front of Duke. Could this be a fluke, though, with Duke leading 21-3 to begin the second half? Duke with the ball, wearing black home jerseys on the road at Virginia Tech tonight. Tech home whites with the signature VT logo on the side of their helmets. Penn State in road whites as they switch ends of the field. It'll be 3rd and 11 in this blackout whiteout game with Maryland and Penn State. Clifford looking to throw, has a man. Flag on the play, maybe a horse collar tackle. Jahan Dotson, number 5, with the reception from Clifford. Flag on the play, we'll see what that is. Might be an automatic first down for Penn State. Matt Kippenhammer, number 12, also in the ball game for the Nittany Lions, along with Daniel George, number 11. Penn State deep at running back and wide receiver. Flag on the play. I think that's going to be a horse collar tackle. Grasping a helmet opening. It's a face mask foul. I've never heard that type of penalty. Basically a horse collar tackle. Grasping an open helmet. A helmet opening. It's a first down for Penn State, though, regardless, after the Maryland penalty on 3rd and long for the Nittany Lions. Maryland now with 6 flags here as we begin the second quarter with Penn State leading by 2 scores, 14-0. Trips to the top of your screen. Penn State now going left to right as we begin the second quarter. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. If you have a chat question or comment, let me know in the comment section below. Shotgun for Clifford. Hands off inside the 8 at the 5-yard line for Ricky Slade. Looks to be enough for a first and goal. We'll see where they spot the ball. It'll be second and short. Another run for the Nittany Lions. First and goal now inside the 5 at the 4. Ricky Slade once again with the carry. Now wearing number 3 this year during his sophomore campaign. Once again, hopefully Clifford does not throw an interception inside the 5 like Aaron Rodgers did last night for the Green Bay Packers against the Philadelphia Eagles. And what was the final play of the game for the Packers? Because the Eagles took a knee and got the victory a play later, 34-27. Unfortunately, due to Fox, FS1, and BTN not on Dish anymore, I was unable to watch that game and do live reactions play-by-play. However, another handoff to Ricky Slade, another touchdown. Penn State 20-0 now. The Nittany Lions lead early in the second quarter, 20-0. Ricky Slade with his first touchdown of the evening. And for some reason, it doesn't sound like the Penn State Blue Band made the trip, which is shocking. Even if they didn't take the whole Blue Band, I would have thought at least, as Pinniger's extra point is up and good, 21-0 now. Penn State leads the Maryland Terrapins on the road at Byrd Stadium from College Park, Maryland. I would have thought they would have at least took, 10, 15, 20 of them. Heading to commercial, Penn State leads 21-0. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. If you're just now tuning in, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, and myself, Cohan Luke 96 on social media. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Gridiron 18. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow myself, the Encyclopedia Sports, Cohan Luke 96, at Cohan Luke 96, over on Twitter, and right here on Periscope. Like, and super heart button. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated, and be sure to share this on social media. Hashtag college football, hashtag CFB, hashtag CFB150, hashtag PSU versus MD for Penn State versus Maryland.
I was thinking about taking a scuba diving trip. I love that. Or maybe go surfing. Or not. Okay, maybe somewhere else. Maybe a petting zoo. Can't go wrong. Can't get eaten.
Earn miles. We'll match them at the end of your first year. Plus, no annual fee or blackouts. The Discover It Miles card. Dew. New Starbucks Triple Shot Energy. 225 milligrams of caffeine for the energy to do what matters to you. What gives you energy?
WWE Friday Night SmackDown on Fox 1 week from tonight. Coming back from commercial break, though. Penn State leading 21-0. And Stout's kickoff returned out of the 28-yard line. First kickoff of the year that was returned out past the 1-yard line, because every single kickoff before that last one was a touchback. Tyrell Pigram now in the ball game at quarterback for Maryland, as Josh Jackson has been benched after throwing 2 first-quarter interceptions. Screen pass near side, gain of 2. Ellis Brooks 13 with the stop. Pigram hands off, actually fakes a give, and then throws it out of bounds near sideline. Incomplete, 3rd and 7. 21-0 Penn State leads. Trips to the top of your screen. Pigram looking to throw. Penn State with pressure. Pigram trips and falls. Gets about 2 yards on 3rd down, but it'll be 4th down, and Maryland will be forced to punt. Hamler back deep to receive. Good to see he's all right after a scare a short while ago. Maryland gets the punt up and away. Hamler fields it at the 28. Brought down right away. It'll be 1st down and 10. Nittany Lions at the 25. Leading by 3 scores, 21-0. 12 minutes to play in the first half. Virginia Tech Duke, it's 21-3. We're going to check in on San Jose State and Air Force, though, in the meantime. See what we got cooking between the Spartans and the Falcons. Also, at 10:30, Cal will host Arizona State in a Pac-12 showdown from Berkeley. It is 7-7 San Jose State Air Force. As I will continue to watch this ball game along with Penn State and Maryland, because this is a very, very close game here. 10 minutes to play in the first half. San Jose State at Air Force tied at 7. A 2-yard run out of the triple option. Now under 10 minutes to play in the first half for Air Force.
could be off topic or arrives cold.
With Elmer's new delivery insurance, if your delivery isn't what you expected, make a claim, and we'll make it right.
I noticed you had an issue with your last delivery.
Make up for it. I brought you a medium.
Quarterback keeper on 4th and 1 for Air Force. They get that yard, first down.
And put our delivery insurance to the test.
Michigan battles Rutgers. Michigan State collides with Indiana. A Big Ten football doubleheader. Saturday on BTN, the Fox Sports Network.
Michigan should get back to their winning ways tomorrow against Rutgers after a huge loss on the road last week against the Wisconsin Badgers at Camp Randall. Texas Tech at Oklahoma and Jalen Hurts tomorrow. I think Lincoln Riley will defeat Matt Wells' Texas Tech Red Raiders. However, could be a shootout in Norman. Clifford now in shotgun. Noah Kane in the ball game, number 21 now to the left of the Big Red Dog from the 27. Screen pass to Kane to the top of your screen, and he's going to get it 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1.
That's one of the special things about Coach Loxley, the relationship he has with his players. There's a reason why guys like Shaq and others here on the defensive side of the ball. He's an offensive mind, but again, he has no
Fake to give to Kane. Quick pass. Dotson out to the 40. First down, Nittany Lions.
Oh my gosh, I was just behind the bench at the end of that last drive, and Sean Clifford came over to his offense, and he said, "We are going to win this game. We're going to win this game." That was a great drive. He kept repeating himself. He also might have looked my direction when he said that too. But they are very confident. You could bet James Franklin will not take the foot off the pedal. Crossing back.
Pass over the middle, complete at midfield. KJ Hamler once again. About a 7-yard gain. Maybe 2nd and short. Officially spotted 2nd and 3.
Jay Franklin, he's watching this team struggle opposite of him. 4 tries for the Terps, 2 interceptions and a punt. The results when they had the ball.
It'll be 2nd and 3 at the 48. Clifford fakes a give over the middle, complete to the 40-yard line. Complete. First down in the Lions. That is Justin Shorter, number 6, who appears to be down on the field after the catch. Timeout for an injured player. Shorter with the catch, but now down with an injury. Might be a upper body injury. Chest, rib location. As Shorter is down, we will head to commercial break.
If you haven't thought about switching to Geico, frankly, you're missing out. The move will have
With Air Force and San Jose State still tied at 7. It will be live on Sunday for NFL Live Reactions play-by-play, so be sure to tune in. Huge pass down the middle, touchdown Air Force. 13-7 now, Falcons lead the Spartans. I don't know how you can get that wide open, but he just did. Touchdown for the Bolts. It was 1st and 10. Fake the give to the back. Quarterback had all the time in the world to throw. 60-yard touchdown pass. Air Force now on to attempt the extra point. And that kick is up and good. 14-7 is your score between Air Force and San Jose State. 21-0. Penn State leads Maryland. Commercial break.
When your energy is spent, but there's so much more you want to do. New Starbucks Triple Shot Energy. 225 milligrams of caffeine for the energy to do what matters to you. What gives you energy?
Discover automatically matches all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year. Dollar for dollar. Millions of people a year get their cash back matched. What are you waiting for? Unlimited cash back match. Only from Discover.
14 at the defense. And forceful contact to the head of the receiver. A rule that is targeted.
We have another targeting review.
Number 14 of Maryland is disqualified.
Number 14 for Maryland has been disqualified as well. So 2 targetings here in the second half, 1 for each team. Micah Parsons out for the rest of the ball game for Penn State. Number 14 for Maryland on defense out as well after the targeting on Justin Shorter, who went down with an injury maybe. That's why he was down and out with a concussion. Back to the action though, 1st and 10 for Sean Clifford's offense for Penn State from the 23, man in motion near side. Fake the give, pump fake. Clifford steps up in the pocket, brought down at the 25 for a 2-yard loss. 2nd down.
Maryland's been depleted with injuries and now targeting. That was an unfortunate targeting call, in my opinion, Tim, because, again, the player was not driving. I'm not sure what he could have done except not hit the guy at all. But he wasn't moving forward.
We had a 5-yard offside penalty as well on Maryland in the meantime.
And they get to repeat
So Penn State's going to replay 1st down. That previous play did not count. It's 1st down and 5 from the 17 for the Nittany Lions. Handoff from Clifford to the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2. Noah Kane with the carry once again.
Maryland's got to be really careful with this. Sean Clifford has shown an affinity for giving the ball off down here. It's about 90%, but he will pull them like he did early in the first
A lot of Penn State fans in attendance this evening. Clifford looks to the sideline, stays in shotgun, 2nd and 2 from the 15. Looking to throw, has a man at the 8. Pat Fryermuth, who gets in the end zone, touchdown Penn State. Nick Bowers, number 83, the other tight end from Katanning, with his first touchdown of the season to make it 27-0. Clifford to Nick Bowers. A senior tight end. Gets his first score of the year. Pinniger now on to attempt his 4th extra point of the evening. That is also up and good, just like the previous 3. Penn State now leads 28-0 on the road against the Maryland Terrapins. Under 10 to play in the first half. Oh, hell yeah. Next Friday night on Fox, WWE Friday Night SmackDown. Catch me live right here on Periscope as I will be doing live reactions, play-by-play of that first ever episode of WWE Friday Night SmackDown on Fox, as Friday Night SmackDown will be making its return. NXT and AEW also 2 hours apiece during the same time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, starting this Wednesday night, October the 2nd, from 8 to 10 for NXT on the USA Network, 8 to 10 for AEW on TNT. It'll be another war in professional wrestling with WWE NXT and All Elite Wrestling Dynamite. NXT has been on the USA Network the past 2 weeks from 8 to 9, and then the second hour from 9 to 10 on the WWE Network. But this upcoming Wednesday, that's when things get serious. It'll be WWE Premiere Week. Monday, WWE Monday Night Raw in the season premiere, so they say, just to get people to tune in and watch that. New Raw logo, new entrance song for the show as well. New entrances new entrance design for both Raw and SmackDown next week. Pyro will be returning, so WWE Premier Week will have Raw on Monday night. Wednesday night, we'll have NXT on the USA Network as well. AEW will be on TNT, also 8 o'clock. And then next Friday, WWE Friday Night SmackDown on Fox, followed by next Sunday, WWE Hell in a Cell 2019. We'll have The Fiend, Bray Wyatt challenge Seth frickin' Rollins, who actually deleted his Twitter account earlier this afternoon for some unknown reason. So the Architect no longer on Twitter, so if you lost a follower, it could have been him. Back to the action in College Park. Ralph Friedgen back on campus for tonight's ball game for Maryland against the Penn State Nitwits. But Bray Wyatt, Seth frickin' Rollins inside Hell in a Cell at Hell in a Cell on Sunday, October the 6th. Also Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Raw Women's Championship on the line inside Hell in a Cell. As well, WWE Draft will be returning Friday, October the 11th, and Monday, October the 14th. Kickoff returned out to the 15-yard line. Friedgen now in the booth with Tim Brando and Spencer Tillman, as Fox Sports 1 loves those very, very close, tight shots in the broadcast booth. Tillman, former Nebraska running back. Friedgen in the middle, and then Tim Brando. James Franklin, actually a former assistant at Maryland, was going to take over for Friedgen, but then left to go to Vanderbilt now at Penn State in his 6th year. Sutherland on the tackle after the run by Maryland on 1st and 10. Friedgen, also former offensive coordinator at Rutgers back in 2014, and Rutgers' first year in the Big Ten as well, along with Maryland. So 1st and 10 now at the 33, and Maryland with another run, 3-yard loss to the 30. There is James Franklin on the Penn State sideline. Franklin at Maryland, 2 different stints. Was a wide receivers coach at one point, and then the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach before leaving to go to Vanderbilt to become the head ball coach. Man in motion near side, 5 wide now, empty backfield for the Terps at the 30-yard line. Whistle on the field. Timeout, Maryland, their first of the first half. Both teams have 2 remaining. Penn State leads 28-0. 2001 Maryland Terrapins. Ralph Friedgen, Mike Loxley, and James Franklin. (2001), the last year Maryland won a ACC championship before joining the Big Ten in 2014. From the 30, 2nd and long for the Terps. Looking to throw. Pigram with the screen pass near side. Penn State picks it up, runs it in the end zone. That's Cam Brown, number 6. Flag on the play. We'll see if the touchdown stands. However, it's going to be an incomplete pass. No fumble after the catch. That was clearly incomplete. However, Penn State did pick it up, run in the end zone. So if they do look at it and that's clearly incomplete, he threw it into the ground. Flag on the play, so that's going to be incomplete, but flag on the play, we'll see what that is. But even if they would look at it, Penn State picked it up, ran in the end zone, they might reverse it, touchdown Penn State at that point, or anybody for that matter, if it happens in any other game, like Air Force San Jose State maybe, 14-7. The Falcons lead the Spartans, 21-3. Duke was leading Virginia Tech. I'll check in on that once again here shortly. Incomplete pass, no foul for intentional grounding. It'll be 3rd and 13. So after all that, nothing out of it other than an incomplete pass. Maryland still down 28 to nothing to Penn State with 8 minutes to play here in the first half. 3rd and 13 for the Terps with Tyrell Pigram at quarterback. Trips to the top of your screen. Actually 5 wide, empty backfield. 3 wide up top, 2 near side. Pigram looking to throw once again. Penn State with a 4-man pressure. And Pigram runs out of bounds. No gain on the play. 4th down. Some trash talking back and forth with Penn State and the Terps. P.J. Mustafer on the stop officially. Wide open man downfield near sideline. And Pigram ended up just running out of bounds. No gain, 4th down, Maryland punting. Once again, KJ Hamler back deep to receive. Another Air Force touchdown as well to make it 20-7 over San Jose State. College football with 5 games in the first 2 days of the weekend. Hamler from the 25 on the return. Flag on the play. It's coming back. God damn it. Hamler got out past midfield to the 45-yard line. This will be coming back for an illegal block in the back. Jeez. Come on. During the return, illegal block in the back. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. First down, Nittany Lions. Jeez, come on. Good call. Good call. Ralph Friedgen actually played at Maryland back in the late 60s. Offensive coordinator in the 80s. Head coach for 10 years. 2001 National Coach of the Year for Ralph Friedgen. 75-50 overall record in the ACC. Handoff. Devin Ford out past the 30 and still going. Finally brought down to the 34. True freshman running back from Stafford, Virginia. First down, Nittany Lions. Freiermuth in motion. Fake the give from Clifford. Going down the far sideline. Intercepted by the Terps. Penn State saying incomplete. See what they call on the field. And interception. Maybe this is the momentum that Maryland needs to get back in the ball game. Pass was intended for number 11, Daniel George. Literally would have been right in the breadbasket if the defender wouldn't have jumped the route down the far sideline and picked it off. Did he get both feet in, or at least 1 foot in bounds? That's all you need in college. Did he get 1 foot in bounds and maintain possession, though, before he dived out of bounds? That's the big question. Replay. Yeah, it's close. Yeah, I'd say that's an interception. That's going to be Maryland Terrapin ball, 1st and 10. Josh Jackson now back in the ball game at quarterback for Maryland. From the 30. Near sideline, over the middle, incomplete on the slant. Flags come flying in. Joey Porter Jr. now in the ballgame, number 9 for Penn State, the son of Joey Porter, great Steeler linebacker, a freshman from North Allegheny. And good call. That's defensive holding. They say pass interference, but he held him more so than he interfered. From the 43, 1st and 10. Penn State with pressure over the middle, incomplete. It'll be 2nd down, Terps. Second and 10, Jackson hands off. Gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards out, close to the 48-yard line. Maryland sporting those College Football 150 patches as well above their Big Ten logo. Maryland sponsored by Under Armour, Penn State, Nike. Kevin Plank, the owner and founder of Under Armour, actually played college football at the University of Maryland before founding UA. 3rd and 5, Jackson going to get sacked back at the 40-yard line. Ellis Brooks and Yeter Gross Matos on the stop. 4th down, Maryland will punt once again, down 28-0 to the Penn State Nittany Lions at home tonight in College Park at Bird Stadium. Hamler back deep to receive. And Hamler with a fair catch at the 24. Flags come flying in afterwards. Maybe a late hit on Maryland. Whitecapper running in to see what the flag is. So he can let us know. After the play was over, personal foul on Penn State. Half the distance to the goal, 1st down. Hamler with the fair catch. Sutherland blocking. And then Sutherland and a Maryland defender go down to the ground at the same time. That they call a 15-yard personal foul on Penn State. Let them play. Quit throwing the damn penalty flag. First and 10 from the 11. Clifford fakes a give. Pass to the top of your screen. KJ Hamler slips and falls. Gets about 3 on the play. About 5 minutes now before halftime. Penn State leading by 4 scores. And Clifford pass near side, almost intercepted the 10-yard line. Deflected and batted down, incomplete, 3rd and 7. From the 15, 3rd and 7. Clifford steps up, gonna run for it, gets the 1st down, out past the 25, 30, 35 before stepping out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 1st down, Sean Clifford. 1st down, Penn State. Clifford hands off. Gain of 2. Second down. Noah Kane with the carry. WWE Friday Night SmackDown premieres on Fox next Friday. Clifford looking to throw once again near sideline. Has a man, first down out past midfield. Devin Ford to the 42-yard line. Trips to the top of your screen, running back now to the left of the Big Red Dog. San Jose State with a 25-yard field goal attempt. In the meantime, that is up and good. 48 seconds to play before halftime. Clifford hands off near sideline. Devin Ford will once again on 1st and 10, gain of 5.
Anything that they want to do right now. It's tough to defend the entire breadth and width of the field. Journey Brown is chipped back in it. Rookie number 4.
Clifford doesn't even move after getting the snap. Slant over the middle, incomplete, intended for the two-sport athlete at Penn State, Mac Hippenhammer, also plays on the diamond for the Nittany Lion baseball team. Ricky Ronnie up in the booth as the offensive coordinator. 3rd and 5. Penn State, trips to the top of your screen. Clifford steps up, dumps it off. First down, Nittany Lions, 25-20. Near sideline, Journey Brown in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. A 35-yard touchdown pass from Sean Clifford to Journey Brown. Don't stop believing. 34-0. Penn State now leads the Maryland Terps on the road here tonight during Friday Night Football and college football. Vinegar extra point up and good. 35-0 now. Penn State leads the Terps. And we will head to commercial break as we see a replay of that touchdown pass from Clifford to Brown. 21-10 Air Force with the lead. Pass over the middle. Receiver gets out of bounds. 41 seconds to play. Go back to ESPN here real quick. Actually, we're going to go back to CBS Sports Network because we're also at a commercial break on ESPN with Duke and Virginia Tech. Toss play near side. Out to the 29 for Air Force. Back to the action now. Penn State leading 35-0 on the road against the Maryland Terrapins. A race to 79 points in a battle of two teams who put up 79 week 1. Howard for Maryland, Idaho for Penn State. Penn State with a 35-point lead right now as Jordan Stout kicks off. Another touchback. And Maryland will have the ball at the 25-yard line.
Coming up on the State Farm halftime, Duke opens up conference play against Virginia Tech. What can we expect from Oklahoma's offense tomorrow? Plus, Brady, Reggie, Matt, we're going to join me to break down the first half from Maryland. Tim, Spencer, we'll see you guys at the break.
All right, you notice, Ron, all those guys behind him and how hard they're working to try to figure out how they're going to use up the time that Urban would have had he been. They're not going to divide that unfairly. They're going to be talking about chunk plays as well.
Jackson hands off near sideline. Gain of about 3 yards. Second down. Penn State with as many points in last year's win over Maryland here tonight in the first half with 35. Pass near sideline complete. Another 3-yard gain. 3rd and 3 now for the Terps. Penn State with a early interception that led to 7 points. 2 of the first 4 plays led to 2 touchdowns. Penn State has not lifted their foot off the gas pedal since. Almost intercepted once again at the first down marker. Castro Fields now coming off the field with a left arm, left shoulder injury, it looks like. Maybe a dislocated shoulder. 4th down, though, for Maryland. They will punt once again. I believe Maryland has now punted for the 35th time as Penn State leads by 35. Their student section has emptied out real quick. Some fans, I tell you what. Hamler, fair catch at the 20. First down, Nittany Lions.
Just one day, it's champ versus champ as the Arrow Smith Jr. takes on Showtime Sean Porter in a World Championship unification bout at Staples Center. Plus champion Anthony Durrell defends his title against David Benavides. Tomorrow, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, live on pay-per-view. We're now on the Fox Sports app. Tim, you ever go Fox? No, that's one that eluded me. I think you did. Yes, I did. I bet you did. I did. I did on the top right back in the day.
Clifford, pass complete at the 27-yard line. Pat Fryermuth with his first catch of the evening to the 30. It'll be 2nd and 2. Sean Clifford already 13 of 16, 230 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, along with some rushing yards and a touchdown as well. Screen pass near side, Ricky Slade to 35, first down. 1:20 to play before halftime.
Play selection by his offensive coordinator, makes great minds. Just a great mind tonight. You can bet that they are looking to score on this possession.
Penn State still with 2 timeouts. Clifford over the middle, complete at the 40. 2nd and 1 at the 44. Cam Sullivan, Brown 81 on the catch. Penn State with some tempo once again over the middle, complete at midfield. Cam Sullivan, Brown for the 2nd straight play, number 81. 40 seconds and counting. Clifford looking to throw. Screen pass near side once again. Good blocking downfield by Penn State. And Ricky Slade gets out of bounds. 1st and 10. 30 seconds before halftime. Penn State leads 35-0. Still 2 timeouts for the Nittany Lions here on offense. Moving downfield now at the 30-yard line as this drive began at the 20. Their 20. They're now at the Maryland 28. 1st and 10. Shotgun 4 wide. Play clock winding down. Get it off, get it off, get it off. Snap it. Clifford going to keep it for himself. 25, steps out of bounds. Is going to be 2nd and 3 after a gain of 7.
Now the run game, Clifford is able to make reads with considerable cushion between himself and the end or the linebacker, whoever it is that he's reading. It just kind of shows you that this Terps team is not really playing as aggressive as it needs to be able to defend the option game. 2nd and 3.
Handoff. Actually, Clifford keeps it for himself. And Penn State call one of your 2 timeouts here, maybe. It's going to be 3rd and short. Penn State does, in fact, call one of those 2 timeouts. At halftime, Air Force leads San Jose State. In Blacksburg with Virginia Tech and Duke, still a commercial break. Maybe I should turn some Bellator MMA on, as that is on TV this evening as well. Penn State with as many plays as the Terps, however, almost 300 more total yards and double the first downs, plus 35 points on the board. From the 19, Clifford pass complete near sideline, stays in bounds at the 16, spike it at 14 here, spike it. It'll be 1st down and 10. Spike it. 11 seconds. 2nd and 10 now. 11 seconds. 1 timeout. Up 35. Duke up 38-10 on the Hokies in a blowout of Vaught Tech this evening. Justin Fuente now. I don't know, man. I mean, could be in his final season now in Blacksburg. If they'd want to move on and go in a different direction due to the standards not being the same, not winning football games, I really wouldn't be surprised. Over the middle, completed the 5, down at the 3. Penn State gonna spike it once again here. That's 1st down and goal. They're actually gonna call timeout, their 3rd and final timeout with 5 seconds. Hey, just think, you didn't have to call a timeout on your first play of the ball game this evening. 1 play later, Clifford ran it in for 9 yards. You still have 1 more timeout. You'd be able to run a play here with 5 seconds. But even if you did, you probably still want to kick it right here and get your 3 points with Jake Penninger. Pass was complete to KJ Hamler. Brown is playing Harvard. Harvard with a fumble recovery. Harvard leading 35-7 as well. There's Arizona State and Cal getting ready for their matchup. Franklin talking with the officials. Penninger on to attempt a very short field goal as they get the All-State net up behind the goalposts. Can't get any closer than this, folks. 21-yard field goal attempt for Jake Penninger. And the kick is up and good. 38-0. Penn State will lead Maryland at halftime here this evening. Once again, thank you for tuning in and watching my live reactions, play-by-play of college football. Penn State at Maryland, as Penn State gets a standing ovation roar from the crowd, even on the road at Maryland. Penn State up 38-0 at halftime. Matt Leinart picked Maryland in the pregame He says there's still a lot of football left to be played. Yes, UCLA did come back down 49-17 in the third quarter last week on the road against Washington State and won 67-63. However, Maryland at home down 38 to the 12th-ranked Penn State Nittany Lions. This game's clearly over. However, I will continue to do live reactions play-by-play here coming up in the second half. So stay tuned. Be sure to share this on social media. If you have chat questions and comments, let me know down below. Like, and super heart button as well. But it all got started with the interception that led to points. A play later, another interception. Very, very good blocking by Penn State. Penn State's been able to run the football, throw the football, run the ball with their quarterback as well. Defense getting after Josh Jackson and Tyrell Pigram. Secondary and the linebacking core of the Nittany Lion defense also playing well. Kickoffs, point after attempts on the extra points, even field goals. Everything going right for Penn State this evening on the road against Maryland, up 38-0 at halftime. Penn State next week will host Purdue in a start from the month of hell, in my opinion. Purdue at Iowa, Michigan at Michigan State before having another bye week. Penn State just came off a bye week, now lead the Terps at halftime, and Duke with the ball up 38-10, 11:01 to play against Virginia Tech. We're going to turn Air Force San Jose State back on, even though that's at halftime. I'd rather watch a halftime show than Virginia Tech get blown out. Actually, no, I'd rather still watch football because this game is also at halftime. Penn State just is dominating across the board. Stats, just everything in Penn State's favor. Time possession, rushing yards, passing yards, turnover margin in the plus for Penn State this evening. So Virginia Tech trailing Duke, Maryland trailing Penn State, San Jose State trailing Air Force, and later on tonight, Cal will host Arizona State before more college football games tomorrow. And right now, I'm going to preview those a little bit, even though I did do predictions this past week over on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel, so be sure to go check those out. Already 1-0 this week. Last night, Memphis defeated Navy. I got that one right. Right now, Duke at Virginia Tech, Penn State at Maryland. We know what's going on in both Blacksburg and College Park. Later on tonight, Arizona State at Cal in Berkeley. Tomorrow at noon, Texas Tech at Oklahoma, the Baker Mayfield Bowl. Texas A&M, Arkansas from Arlington. 7 straight wins for the Aggies over the Hogs. However, 3 of those games have gone to overtime. Kansas at TCU in the Big 12. BYU at Toledo. Clemson, I think, will win over North Carolina. Alabama will host Ole Miss as well tomorrow at 3:30. Big top 25 showdown in South Bend with the Fighting Irish hosting the Virginia Cavaliers. Also, Washington Huskies up in Seattle hosting a top 25 ranked USC team. So 2 back-to-back top 25 matchups at 3:30 tomorrow in college football. Indiana at Michigan State should be a good game in the Big Ten East as well. Georgia Tech, Temple, the Jeff Collins Bowl. He left Temple for Tech. They lost to the Citadel a couple weeks back. Collins goes back to Philly to play the Owls. I think Temple will defeat the Yellow Jackets. Wake Forest at Boston College. Iowa State, Baylor. Top 2 scoring offenses in all college football. Who would have thought that entering Week 5? Matt Campbell, Matt Rule. Give me the Baylor Bears over the Iowa State Cyclones. Minnesota at Purdue in the Big Ten West should be another good game as well. Minnesota undefeated. I think they'll win once again over Jeff Brom's Boilermakers. Cincinnati at Marshall. Luke Fickell versus Doc Holliday. Mississippi State, Auburn also. Kansas State plays at Oklahoma State tomorrow, along with Washington State at Utah and UCLA at Arizona. in the Pac-12. Both Utah and Washington State trying to bounce back from losses, very close losses last week. Utah last Friday night on the road at USC on Fox Sports 1. Lost to the Trojans. Washington State, as mentioned just a moment ago, had a 49-17 lead in the middle of the third quarter, but let UCLA come back and win 67-60 for UCLA at Arizona tomorrow night as well. Hawaii at Nevada, Wolfpack over the Rainbow Warriors. But the big one in all college football tomorrow, so says ESPN College Game Day, because that is where they are at tomorrow morning from 9 to noon. ABC 7:30 for the game tomorrow night. Ohio State at Nebraska in Lincoln at Memorial Stadium. I would love Go Big Red. I would love the Big Red to win over the Buckeyes. However, I think Justin Fields is playing some damn good football right now, and I think the Buckeyes are going to defeat the Cornhuskers and Adrian Martinez. Should be a damn good game. Scott Frost, Ryan Day, 7:30 prime time on ABC. Nebraska hosting the Ohio State Buckeyes. Another damn good game, though, under the radar. No one's really talking about Virginia at Notre Dame. Virginia, undefeated in the ACC, had trouble last week against Old Dominion. ODU came back and won that ballgame. Now Notre Dame coming off a loss versus Georgia on the road last week behind the hedges. Michael Vick and Frank Beamer in attendance for Virginia Tech. This evening, Tech went up 3-0, but then it's been all Duke ever since. Duke leading 38-10. Some trickery up 14-3. Some highlights of this ball game right now. Touchdown there. And Leah McCourt, winner by submission on Bellator MMA, Bellator 227 over in Dublin, Ireland. 38-10, Duke leads Virginia Tech. So tomorrow, Virginia at Notre Dame, I think, will be the best game of the weekend. However, I think Ohio State, Nebraska, that won't disappoint. Texas Tech might give Oklahoma a run for their money. I think it's going to be high scoring, don't get me wrong, but I think Oklahoma playing at home. Give me Toby Keith and good old JR, Jim Ross's Oklahoma Sooners. I will have a video, or some videos, from a Toby Keith concert tomorrow night as well. A&M, Arkansas, very, very good game on paper. As mentioned, the history with these two schools. The game will come down to the wire tomorrow at noon on ESPN. Clemson Marshall, or Cincinnati Marshall, in the American Athletic Conference and Conference USA. Should be a damn good game. Two of the best non-Power 5 schools. Boise State, though, going to be that representative in New Year's Six bowl games at the end of the year. Just as I predicted at the start of the season, Central Florida still could be in it as well, even though with a loss last week on the road against the Pitt Panthers. Alabama's going to blow out Ole Miss by a mile. USC Washington, maybe. Thing is, USC down to their fourth-string quarterback now. Their backup is now a backup safety. Now they got to go on the road to play Jacob Eason and Washington Huskies. So I think Washington's going to pull away with that in the second half. What else? Minnesota Purdue, close game I think. Minnesota late is how they've won. Last couple of minutes of every single game. They're still undefeated though, so that's speak for something. I think they'll win once again, but Iowa State Baylor, another good game. Iowa State at Baylor, two of the top scoring offenses in all of college football. So we'll see what happens. That's why they play the games, obviously. But then on Sunday and Monday in the National Football League, last night with Thursday Night Football, Packers hosted the Eagles. Eagles won 34-27. I was planning on doing, as I said in my predictions over on YouTube this week, I was planning on doing live reaction photo play of that ball game last night from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. However, due to Dish dropping Fox Sports 1, and Big Ten Network, due to a dispute between the two companies, I wasn't able to watch that game and do live reactions play-by-play. So, like as I said earlier, sorry for any inconvenience. But however, on Sunday, 3-0 Patriots will face the 3-0 Buffalo Bills in Buffalo at Orchard Park. Tom Brady is 30-3 record-wise against the Bills all-time in his career. Patriots will win a close one late. So Patriots 3-0, Bills 3-0. New England will be 4-0 after this weekend. Entering Week 5 then next week, as they have since moved on from Antonio Brown. Panthers, Texans, Chiefs, Lions, Raiders at the Colts, Browns, Ravens. That'll be 1 o'clock here in my area. 1 o'clock on Fox will be Chiefs, Lions. 4:25 on CBS, Vikings, Bears. I am eyeing that game for live reactions, play-by-play on Sunday. Jaguars, Broncos, Cowboys, Saints, and then Monday Night Football, Bengals, Steelers from the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania, still at halftime, Penn State leading Maryland 38-0.
JK, we're getting an opportunity to see one of the most amazing stories in college football this season in Jalen Hurts.
I love it, right? I mean, he did everything right at Alabama, handled himself the right way, a mature young man, and now he's come here to Oklahoma, and he's proving what he can do on the field. Sensational first 3 games for Jalen Hurts. He's got more total touchdowns running and passing than he does incompletions at this point. He's playing some of the best football in the entire country. My estimation, I've asked around to a lot of the Heisman voters, if you took the vote today, he would win the Heisman Trophy, which is remarkable after the last 2 Heismans being right here from Oklahoma.
Here's a question. What's the difference between the Jalen Hurts who played quarterback at Alabama and the Jalen Hurts that's playing quarterback under Lincoln Riley here at Oklahoma?
Freedom. It's one word. It's the ability to play free, get the ball down the field, and not worry about mistakes. This is an offense that's going to be aggressive. Remember, when he was playing at Alabama, that was still a run-first, defensive-first team, and all he had to do was go out there and not make mistakes. That's not the case here. He's cut loose, and he's playing very free.
Texas Tech lost their quarterback. Who are we expecting to see?
You got 2 guys. Jet Duffy, who played a little bit for Texas Tech last year, and also Jackson Tyner, a graduate transfer from Rice. We will likely see both guys.
All right, Texas Tech against Oklahoma tomorrow here in Norman.
All right, guys, thank you. The offensive numbers for Oklahoma actually up over last year's numbers. I know it's early, but there's one element that's been missing from Oklahoma the last couple of years, and it's kind of hurt them as far as being a true national title contender is concerned. It looks like there might be a little bit D in Oklahoma now.
Well, we'll see. There's still a lot of football left, but certainly the numbers are better. Numbers don't lie, guys. They're giving up 14 points fewer per game this year, 100 less yards per game, and also takeaways. They had 11 takeaways all of last season. They have 5 so far through 3 games, and that was something that Alex Grinch, the defensive coordinator, wanted to come in and just say, hey, we need to be more aggressive. We're going to give up a lot of points at times. We're going to give up yards in the Big 12. We're going to give takeaways, and that's something they've done. And then the balance with that offense and now a better defense. Watch out for Oklahoma.
Yeah, for me, it's all about Jalen Hurts because that's what this offense features. This features Jalen Hurts, and that's why I really love what I'm seeing from Lincoln Riley because he's being creative in a sense where he is showcasing Jalen Hurts' skill sets, what he does well. And you heard the guys talk about he is now being unleashed, and that is so important because, again, it's something that Nick Saban really couldn't do at Alabama, and now you're seeing Jalen Hurts spread his wings wide and really take ownership of the football. So, look, this is going to be a lopsided game. I think if Texas Tech maybe had Alec Bowman healthy, maybe it might be a different story. I'm kind of curious to see where Matt Wells can take Texas Tech in his first year of this program. If their spread offense is pretty balanced, if you go back and look at him and David Yost at Utah State. So I do think, Texas Tech is one of those teams that probably won't be as competitive this year or even this matchup, but for years to come. I think you look at defensively, too, they're making some strides. They're more aggressive than what we saw from them in the past. So maybe they can hang around for a little bit, but when you're going to be starting and then working at 2 different quarterbacks at Jet Duffy and Jackson Tyner, it's going to be a difficult task to keep pace with this Oklahoma offense.
2 Saturdays from tomorrow, Cotton Bowl, Oklahoma, Texas, road trip. Road trip, bring your credit card, Reggie. Because I'm going to use it at barbecue. That's right. You know what they do in Maryland? They do crab cakes and
all feels like home. Roll to me. Might not be a damn dance, but it shines for me. It all feels like home. Roll to me. It has been silent. Something for me.
The all-new Versa, the most tech-advanced car in its class. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility.
Ultra for beefs. Fake protein.
Guys, can we take a quick protein break? Protein City. I got my beans, my bars, my goos, my gloves, my fizz. I don't know what that one is, but you want it? I'm good, man. I think Goop was a bad choice.
Ultra. What's your beef?
Family taco night is a heartburn night you can plan for, but surprise pizza at the office means heartburn you didn't expect. Zantac works when you need it. It relieves or prevents heartburn in as little as 30 minutes and lasts up to 12 hours. Zantac. Eat your way, treat your way.
Take your time, build a home, build a place where all can belong.
Get extra with new Extra Refreshers Gum. This season, I'm risking $250,000 of my money each week when you play the Fox Sports Super 6 game. Yeah, no, 6 games to play for free to win my money.
Every day, Casper is delivering better sleep to more and more doorsteps. Shipping is free and setup is simple. You just focus on one thing. The pure comfort of an award-winning mattress. So maybe the secret to great sleep isn't such a secret after all. Try America's #1 mattress for 100 nights, risk-free.
Ameriprise wants to know what's important to you. Saving for Davis College.
Being able to retire on our terms.
Taking care of Dad.
Why Ameriprise Financial? My advisor cares about my personal goals. He gives us comprehensive advice.
I feel prepared for what's expected in life and even what's not.
She helps us feel confident.
We know our financial future is secure.
With the right financial advice, life can be brilliant. Ameriprise Financial.
Wonder how much longer Sean Clifford's going to play here in the second half with a 38-0 Penn State lead, as Penn State will get the ball to begin the second half. Clifford with almost 300 yards passing, 287 to be exact in the first half. Most passing yards in the first half of a football game in Penn State history. Clifford also 4 touchdown passes. Touchback on the play. Penn State will have the ball 1st and 10. 25-yard line to begin the second half.
The first half, the 8 penalties were something that obviously he was not very happy with. As far as James Franklin, he was very happy with his quarterback. He said that Sean Clifford is playing with his feet, he's playing with his mind. That's exactly what they want. Also, I mentioned the 5 for 5 on third down for the Penn State Nittany Lions. He said, you know, that's exactly what we want. He was very happy about that.
Yeah, absolutely no doubt. Exactly what James Franklin wanted.
It'll be 1st and 10. Man in motion. That's Fryermuth. Fake the give. Clifford looking to throw. Going to keep it for himself. Going to run. Gets to the 31. Gain of 6. 2nd and 4.
You know, we touched on this young man when we saw them at home, and they struggled in the first half against Buffalo that night. But this youngster from St. Xavier has really stepped up, and his technique, Spencer, that's what they teach in this offense is the technique to be ready to run or throw quickly, and he's been outstanding in the yardage.
Noah Kane on the run. 3rd down.
Situation with every series.
Well, he's been filling some big shoes. We knew that coming in, but I think the way you've seen him navigate almost with near perfection, correcting the things that ail them, not getting off the field or staying on the field on 3rd down and converting those, they've erased that issue. So again, the extra week helped them satisfy that condition. They're playing, I'm telling you, free form right now. They're doing everything they possibly can.
You know, they were fortunate to win that game with Penn. That game was one that could have gotten away from them.
Clifford over the middle, complete. Fryermuth. He gets to the 43. 1st down, Nittany Lions.
Isaiah Davis bringing it down. That's a 14-yard gain, and now 6 for their last 6 on 3rd down.
With this flipping a little gimpy on the side there, but we got to track him and make sure he's okay.
Well, they certainly got a few other tight ends. Bowers already a touchdown catch. They got Zach Cruz as well as Richard Strain as well. This is key.
Flag on the play. Noah Kane on the carry. It's going to be coming back due to a hold.
After the 7-yard gain.
They're getting a little creative with a little speed option going back the opposite direction now. This play right here can really be tough on defenses, put stresses on.
Holding. Offense. Number 69. 10-yard penalty.
C.J. Thorpe on the hold.
That's C.J. Thorpe, the right guard. Redshirt sophomore from Glitchow, Pennsylvania, guilty.
So there's the mesh at the point of attack. He kind of holds on a little bit, not allow the defender to disengage, and that's what they got C.J. for on that play.
DeAndre Jones is a difficult one to hang on to. 1st and 18 after the penalty.
From the 35.
June remains a setback.
Run by Kane is negated. It's 1st and 18.
Bowers is in the game.
Completed the 40. Cam Sullivan Brown. He gets to about the 42, maybe.
Gets back some of that yardage.
2nd down.
You know, one of the things that this Nittany Lions team is doing and accomplishing tonight is sending a very strong message to the rest of the Big Ten. I mean, Maryland jumped all over Syracuse, a Syracuse team that may have been looking ahead of Maryland for that game with Clemson that they had the following week.
They're also addressing their youth issue in terms of experience. You know, they are a young team, but they're able to, at some point in time, get some of those younger players some reps.
I think what we're learning, Spencer, that after Ohio State, in terms of recruiting, Penn State is lighting it up there.
Pass complete at the 49. Hamler gets the 1st down.
Just shy of the 1st down. We'll call it about a half yard from the line to make.
And it's a mixed blessing too, Tim, because when you have that success at some point in time, you're going to have to start coaching. And this is the difficult truth for James Franklin. Some of those elite players get those numbers and they become.
They actually, Mark Hamler is short. 3rd and 1. Clifford keeps it for himself, though. 1st down and 10.
For people to appreciate and talk about, but it's true.
Look at the numbers there. You see where they've gone just in the last couple of years, all the way from 20th, 21st, to 7th in 2018. This season, 3rd by those involved in the recruiting world. Are smarter than me that try to keep up with decisions made by 17 and 18-year-old kids. He's getting his fair share, no question about it.
Clifford looking to throw. Far sideline. Has a man inside the 10. Mac Hippenhammer. Incomplete, out of bounds.
That pass maybe wasn't where he wanted it. But, you know, this was on the backside of it. You know what? There's just too much cushion between him and the receiver on this play.
I don't know about that. I'd look at that.
The ball is
Receiver caught the ball, foot in bounds, then dove out of bounds. That looks like a catch to me inside the 10. However, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Penn State not going to look at it, up 38-0 here. 11 to play in the third quarter. Trips to the top of your screen from the 40. And whistles. Replay buzzes down. Previous play is now under further review. That is a catch. That is a catch. Caught the ball right there, left foot in bounds at the 7-yard line. And you can see the turf pellets fly up in the air as well. That is clearly a catch. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 7 for Penn State. After this replay, the previous call will get overturned from incomplete to a catch. And it should be 1st and goal Penn State. Good thing the replay booth did buzz down in time, because Penn State was just going to let it slide and just snap the ball. 2nd and 10, up 38-0.
After review, ruling on the field of an incomplete pass. Stands as called. 2nd down.
All right, call stands on the field. Incomplete. If this was a closer ball game, folks, believe me, I'd probably be cussing out my TV right now. Don't get me wrong about that, but up 38-0. 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. Penn State has the ball. 2nd and 10 from the 40, driving downfield once again. I'll let that one slide. Trips to the top of your screen. Duke defeats Virginia Tech 45-10. Now I'm starting to think Justin Fuente eventually, by season's end, will get fired unless they start winning football games. Fuente coached at Memphis, took over for Frank Beamer, who was in attendance tonight with Michael Vick. But the Hokies lose by 5 scores, 45-10. Injured Penn Stater on the field. That's Cam Sullivan-Brown, number 81. We'll go to commercial break with the Nittany Lions leading 38-0. Cal, Arizona State about to start here as well. Just trying to think who could potentially take over for Justin Fuente at Virginia Tech if he was fired or even left for another job. However, if he's not going to be winning at Virginia Tech, he's going to get fired, then take over at a lower program. Maybe go back to Memphis if Mike Norvell moves on. Penn State, Maryland highlights here during this post-game show, pre-game show for Cal, Arizona State, though. So the interception, touchdown pass to Hamler, 14-0. Everything I've talked about already. Here tonight, 28-0. Another touchdown pass from Clifford to Journey Brown. James Franklin's name's been coming up for USC, along with Urban Meyer and Bob Stoops. I think Joe Moorhead would be a good fit at Penn State if Franklin were to leave for SC or even the NFL. I'm just trying to think who would take over. Who could Virginia Tech go out and hire? I mean, anybody, really, don't get me wrong on that. I get that. I'm not that stupid, but like, who would be a good fit for Va Tech if they were to fire Fuente? Maybe bring back Frank Beamer. I don't think he'd want to do that, though. He's already retired. But we have seen coaches retire, you know, for 5-10 years, come back, coach for another however long. I'm trying to think of some good assistants under some of these head coaches for these college football programs right now. I'd have to think about that. I really would. If you guys have any input on that, let me know. Hit me up on social media as well. Clifford airing it out on third down, has a man inside the 10 of the 5, incomplete. Penn State with their first fourth down of the evening with 11 minutes to play in the third quarter. Hamler had it, actually deflected a second beforehand. And now Penn State students now in the Maryland student section rubbing in this victory for the Nittany Lions, up 38-0 with 11 minutes to play in the third. However, Jordan Stout on to attempt a 52-yard field goal attempt. Kick up and wide right. Shanked it. No good. The first and only bad thing of the evening so far for Penn State. Still up 38-0 after a missed 52-yarder from Jordan Stout. Penn State students now getting escorted out of the Maryland student section as Maryland students have gone back home. Most part. Anyway, most of them. There's about a handful of them left. Still cheering on their Terps down 38-0, so you got to respect that. But handoff, gain of 2. And Penn State leaving the Maryland student section. Penn State going to be leaving winners here tonight as well over the Terps. Unless Maryland can come back and win this game. Third and 8. Don't get me wrong, this is a little tiring to watch, but it's exciting at the same time because Penn State's blowing out their opponent. Flag on the play, pass complete near sideline. This is going to be on Maryland. Jesse Bucato on the stop. This is going to be on the Terp offense, probably a hold. Penn State declines the holding. Fourth down, Maryland will punt. Maryland punts. Hamler fields it inside the 15. We go to Lincoln, Nebraska for college game day for tomorrow. Ohio State at Nebraska. Reese Davis, Desmond Howard on the set outside Memorial Stadium. In between these two games on ESPN here tonight for Friday night college football. Tomorrow night, ABC 7-3, Ohio State. The Buckeyes will play the Cornhuskers. From Memorial Stadium, Justin Fields, Adrian Martinez. Unfortunately, I will miss this game and most games tomorrow in college football due to other obligations. So commercial break, Penn State, Maryland, and in between games with Duke, Virginia Tech, and Arizona State Cal.
We do better when you do better. Maybe that's why most of our clients come from other money managers. Fisher Investments, clearly better money management.
Saturday, the Wolverines wear all of the best scarlet knives. Then, the Spartans and Hoosiers collide for the old grass machine. A Big Ten football doubleheader. Saturday on BTN.
I remember growing up, USC played at Nebraska in, I believe, 2006. College game day was on site. They actually had game day inside Memorial Stadium in Lincoln before that game on ABC later that evening. One of my first memories of ESPN college game day. First season I can remember watching football in general, both college and the NFL, 2002. 2005 was a good year as well, but I can remember every year from 2002 on up until now. So if you guys have chat questions and comments about that or anything in general, football, sports related, college football, NFL, professional wrestling as well, let me know in the comment section below. Like, follow, and subscribe, Gridiron Ring, and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media. If you're watching on playback on YouTube, links are in the description below. Like a super hard button. Share this on social media as well. WWE Friday Night SmackDown a week from tonight.
Together on WWE's biggest night on this Friday night SmackDown. Next Friday, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, only on Fox.
Boys call the action. That's strong.
First and 10 from the 5.
It's first and 10 for Penn State. After a penalty, which we went to break. And the offense back to them. They went 95 yards, you may recall, on one of their early drives.
Clifford looking to throw.
On that particular drive.
Has a man. Dotson at the 16. First down at the 20.
First down. Sort of version of SmackDown. Much of it before the game and then after plays during the game. Some chippiness to be sure. You'll love that Weathers now field blocking by the tight ends, man. It will continue. Adler did a nice job at fielding that one right there, but the SmackDown continues, baby. I love that interaction.
Handoff. Journey Brown. First down. Gain of 12.
Speed to go with it. And you're right. I think that James, at least for the time being, is not ready to make the commitment to the so-called Saquon Barkley, Miles Sanders kind of back. I think he loves the competition with Slade, Journey Brown, Ford, and Kane. He's managing the situation in that regard. I mean, again, we can't even put him in that category.
Pittsburgh Pirates winners once again. Where the hell were these wins from the middle of July up until now? They literally fell off the face of the earth up until the past week and a half. Swept the Chicago Cubs, pick up a win against the Reds tonight. Clearly, obviously out of the playoffs, but if they would have won, a few more games, each month, some one-run wins,
22 yards in a 107-90 win. How about that? Incredible.
all season long, they could have had 10, 20, 30 more wins than what they do now and be in the playoff hunt. NL is set. AL will be decided by Sunday. First down, Penn State into Maryland territory. A very, very long, hard run by Nick Bowers. Some yak yards for the Katanning product. Pulling up a little bit. Maybe a hamstring. Looking up at the scoreboard, though, too. Huge pass from Clifford. Just a simple dump off. And Katanning product. Nick Bowers did the rest. Inside the Maryland 10 now. Handoff. That is Journey Brown once again down at the 1 yard line. Penn State leads 38-0.
Again, Tim, it sounds like it's complicated, but it's not. This guy, when he runs as fast as he runs,
Second and goal, another handoff. And touchdown, Penn State. Flag on the play. Journey Brown gets in the end zone. Reaches that ball across the goal line. And let's see what the flag is here. Maybe a hold.
This is just a reach block by Manette, number 62.
Personal foul, hands the face on the Maryland defense. Penalties decline. Touchdown, Penn State. 44-0 now. 44-0. Penn State leads the Maryland Terrapins. 7:16 to play in the third quarter. Nuh-uh. No, they didn't, did they? Not really surprised, though, to be honest with you. Extra point by Penninger is up and good, 45-0. Penn State leads Journey Brown with another touchdown here this evening. They have been damn good all season long, putting up points. A home win for the Red Raiders. Big win over the Bison. I read that at first. The latter part of that, yes. You don't know the three of them as well as I do, but I read that a little shocked, but then a second later you think about it. Not at all then. But clearly, yeah, a great game on the brand new turf. About an hour away in Penn State's backyard. Some high school football talk right now during live reactions play-by-play of college football, with the Nittany Lions on the road leading the Maryland Terrapins 45-0. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching. So I assume the game just got over then. And that's a very, very long game for a high school contest between two Quad A schools in the local area. Games begin at 7 p.m. Normally 9:30 they're done by. So about 10:30 here on the East Coast, middle of third quarter, Penn State leading. So yeah, maybe eventually in about a month from now, we'll have a rematch between those two schools in the playoffs. Maybe district championship. There's LeVar Arrington wearing an iconic number 11 jersey for the Penn State defense. Paul Leslie, Jack Ham.
Arrington was a freak of nature in terms of his athletic ability. Was long, had great speed too. Those were also the days of big shoulder pads too.
Penn State with a squib kick, trying to catch Maryland off guard. Hard tackle on the return.
Good field position, the up back, taking it there. That's what you call putting it in your watch pocket.
Yeah, because there's no one really else. Boom. There's no one really else up in the same level as both of those schools right now. That'll be the talk of the area, the talk of the town for the next week. How do they rebound? How does so on and so forth move forward? We'll see what happens. Keaton Ellis on the stall, number 2, freshman from State College, area high school, State College. The Little Lions are actually going to be playing a high school football game. I'm talking about high school football right now. In about a month's time at Beaver Stadium. The same day, the same weekend, Penn State plays at Michigan State. So some big news as Penn State is starting to move into the 21st century finally with some upgrades and allowing some people to do what they want. Don't comment what I think you're about to comment if you're still listening. Incomplete pass by Maryland on the previous play. Jason Owa on the pressure. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 22-yard line. And Penn State with a blitz. And about a 9-yard run. It'll be 4th and short. Bang, bang. Thanks for watching. 4th and 1. 6-12 and counting in the third. Penn State up 6.5 scores on the Terps as Bird Stadium has emptied out, minus all the Penn State fans still in attendance during this whiteout on the road against Maryland this evening. And Terps punt. Hamler at the 20 with the fair catch. Will Levis will now enter the ballgame at quarterback with Penn State leading 45-0. Sean Clifford, the Big Red Dog, done for the evening. Cal, Arizona State, about to kick off in Berkeley. Pac-12 After Dark on ESPN. Herm Edwards, you play to win the game. Former Cal defensive back, as Cal this year is 4-0 for the first time since 2015. Here come the Golden Bears, led on the field by head coach Justin Wilcox. Should be a damn good game against ASU next. Cal won on the road in the SEC last week, defeated Ole Miss 28-20. Showing some highlights of that game. And really, Cal's the Pac-12's only hope, for the rest of the year. Unless Oregon continue to win. One loss against an Auburn school week 1. Auburn continues to win. At that point, Oregon might have a little leeway, might have some room to talk at that point. Cal, Oregon. Do they play each other? Does anybody know? I don't. For some unknown reason, normally I know shit like this. If somebody would like to check if Cal and Oregon play later on this year, let me know in the comments below. There's Herm Edwards back in 72 and 74 as a Cal Golden Bear DB. Some old highlights as well. There's an interception by Herm. Interception return for a touchdown. Wow. Now here come the Sun Devils. Forks up. Herm Edwards, former Jet and Chief head coach, ESPN analyst, and then he got hired by Arizona State. I'm like, seriously? Like, really? Like, okay. This time around, being a little smarter. Not going to read your comments out loud until I officially read them. So, no comment on the previous comment. 45-0 from the 20. Levis, quarterback keeper, gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
I kind of like to see Clifford get back in there just to eclipse that. Yeah, absolutely. That's a big deal, man.
Levis is
Clifford ends with 4 touchdowns, 398 passing yards, 26-31, 398, 4 touchdowns. Also a touchdown on the ground. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Be sure to share this on social media. If you have chat questions and comments, let me know. Penn State leads 45-0. Will Levis enters the ball game, 2nd and 2 after an 8-yard run by him. Shotgun looking to throw now over the middle, incomplete. Intended for his tight end, number 82, Zach Kuntz.
We always talk about how confidence comes from demonstrated ability. These guys really work as hard, and you know the way they do practice. They'll necessarily won't get the same amount of reps as the number one, but they'll sit down side by side and make the same throws. They do a
Kuntz,
great job of the psychological aspect.
a product of Camp Hill, a location where somebody that was just brought up has lived in his past. 3rd and 2. Levis hands off. 1st down, Penn State. That is Ricky Slade, number 3. Pushed out of bounds, but gets the 1st down. Herm Edwards getting interviewed on the sideline. Big win 2 weeks ago for ASU on the road against Michigan State, and then they lose at home last week to Colorado. Up and down. How do they play tonight? We'll find out and see. 1st and 10 from the 33. Levis looking to throw, gets drilled. Incomplete. That ball is incomplete. 2nd down and 10. You got my comment then. You got what I brought up. You finally understood something I finally said. Yeah, you can bring up UCLA trailing 49-17 against Washington State last week and then won 67-63. But Penn State's up 45-0 right now. There's no way in hell Maryland's coming back in this ball game. Levis looking to throw once again, gets sacked, throws it away. Was he down? Intentional grounding maybe? Was there a receiver in the area? It's going to be incomplete. And 3rd down and 10. He got off in time. He wasn't down. Ball incomplete. Third and 10 from the 33. Screen pass near side. And loss of a couple for Ricky Slade. 4th and long. Penn State will punt for the first time this evening, up 45-0 on Maryland. Kickoff in Berkeley with Cal and Arizona State. Cal kicks off to ASU. Arizona State, the Sun Devil, is going to be going right to left across your television screen. There's Navarro Bowman in the middle of your screen for Arizona State. Cal, big 49er fan. There's Randy Moss as well, and he played for the Niners later on in his career. Mentoring Jaden Daniels, now the starting quarterback for Arizona State. Navarro Bowman, a product from Maryland, played his college ball in Happy Valley here at Penn State, and then played for the 49ers and Raiders and the NFL.
Eloquently about the constraints of playing at this level and
Penn State with pressure. Almost intercepted. However, that is intercepted. They say incomplete, out of bounds. Oh, that looks like a pick.
That was a tightrope act.
He may have been out of bounds.
He may have, but boy, he went out of control.
See the replay.
Just reeling it in. Rashad Lewis, 13, the intended receiver. They're going to call it incomplete. But look at the control.
Joey Porter Jr.
He didn't have it, so
Okay.
That's an excellent call.
He caught it, didn't have possession with his foot in bounds,
Show you where he doesn't
and then
even though he tips
officially caught it, but foot was out of bounds, so incomplete. So Joey Porter Jr. playing a lot tonight here for Penn State on defense. Son of the Steeler great Joey Porter. Almost intercepted once again over the middle. Jesse Lucada. Incomplete, 3rd and 10. Whew. Third time's a charm next on 3rd and 10.
Look at number 40 here. He's giving you a full blitz look. Watch him bail out. And ends up in a short drop underneath. Almost gets picked off. And the quarterback is reading the same thing. He sees a double gun alignment, and he's thinking that tight end or that slot is going to be wide open.
From the 39, 3rd and 10. Penn State with pressure. That's a hold. However, Penn State sack Ellis Brooks. Brings down Jackson. 4th and long. Maryland will punt down 45. Speak of Joey Porter and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Joey Porter's son, Joey Porter Jr., plays for Penn State. Well, Mike Tomlin's son, Dino Tomlin, is playing at Maryland. So some Pittsburgh Steelers, their sons, playing against each other here tonight in college football in the Big Ten. Penn State bringing it all on the punt, and they almost block it. Who? Dotson fields it at the 31. That's where Penn State will start after the fair catch. Northwestern, Wisconsin in the Big Ten tomorrow on ABC at noon. Rutgers, Michigan, Indiana, Michigan State, and Ohio State, Nebraska. Believe me, I would love for the Cornhuskers to win. I think they could upset Ohio State. I do. But I just think Ohio State's just too damn good right now. Which is good for the rest of the Big Ten, especially the Big Ten East with Penn State and Michigan, along with Michigan State. Ohio State's good now. Come when those 3 games have to be played, Ohio State versus Penn State, Michigan. Michigan State, maybe Ohio State's not going to be as good, and the opponent would be able at that point to pick up the win. Another run by Will Levis, 2nd and short. Big surprise, though, Duke over Virginia Tech tonight. Didn't think that was going to happen. Not by that much, at least. But, I mean, hell, that's why you play the games. Another handoff. Loss of 2. I think Ohio State, Nebraska, though, for sure is going to come down to the end of the ball game. Last possession, maybe a game-winning field goal. Tough environment in Lincoln at Memorial Stadium, but we'll see what happens. That's why they play the games. Third down for the Nittany Lions at the 35. Levis looking to throw. Keeps it for himself. Gets sacked at the line of scrimmage. You got to have... come on. You got to be better than that. I get no an open downfield, but you got to make up your mind sooner than that on whether or not you're going to run for it. And it was a little too late, and it got brought down. Blake Gillikin Island onto a punt once again. And punt up and away. Takes a Penn State bounce for a couple yards. Maryland ball at the 22. Penn State has dominated from the start. 45-0 is your score. Penn State with pressure once again. Ball thrown out of bounds, incomplete.
There are so many outstanding defenders for this Penn State team. Didn't have a chance to mention John Reed tonight. 29, he's getting some time on the sidelines now, but I was talking with Jack Ham earlier, the outstanding radio analyst for over 20 years at Penn State. We were talking about John, and he's so intelligent. Everyone knows his background with computers. He plays his position the way Mike Wagner played for Pittsburgh in the Steel Curtain back in the day. 23 in the black and gold. Highly intelligent, cerebral player. Whether at corner or at safety, obviously.
Another handoff.
Safety John has been playing.
And another couple-yard run. But however, that's going to be the end of the third quarter now. Penn State leading 45-0. We are Penn State is right. And the Lions rolling on the road. Yeah, can I get some turtle soup in about 15 minutes? 15 minutes of game time here for tonight's football game. I think that'll be a damn good victory celebration. A good victory snack here late tonight during Friday night college football. Cal, Arizona State, ASU with the ball once again. First and 10 from the 20. Daniels looking to throw. Running for his life now, switching fields. Gets to the 35-yard line before running out of bounds. Gain of 15, first down, Arizona State.
Imagine it. Then study it. Take a good hard look. Turn it on. Turn it off. See what you think tomorrow. Talk about it with him. Share it with her. Try it over here. Bring it over there. See how it could help them. For them. We're here to make all of this happen. One community of students, faculty, and alumni working to make our world
Check in on Air Force. And San Jose State. Jonathan Sutherland on the start for the Nittany Lions. Maryland actually just went over 100 total yards for the whole entire game here as we begin the fourth and final quarter of play. Big game on the previous play, now first and 10. Air Force leads San Jose State 34-10 also. Just started the fourth and final quarter, so we will watch both Penn State, Maryland, Arizona State, Cal. And once again, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Chat, questions, and comments, always greatly appreciated. Like, follow, and subscribe, Gridiron Ring, and myself, Cole Henry 96 on social media.
This is where you really learn a lot about your team and what you have personality-wise. Everybody sees the score.
Screen pass near side. Gain of 2 on 3rd and 4. Ellis Brooks on the stop once again. Maryland looks like they'll punt. Actually, they're going to keep the offense out on the field.
Body language just isn't good. No, it's not good, Jim, but I'm still looking at the effort, and I see some guys out here willing to compete, and that's what you're looking for. Who's willing to compete?
4th and 2. Penn State with a sack. Ball comes out. Either way, it's going to be Penn State football. Flag on the play, though. We'll see what that is.
Isaac knocked it out of there, forced that fumble. Number 20, freshman from Brooklyn.
That's a fumble. Ball is out. Penn State recovers. Personal foul on Brandon Smith for Penn State. Where at? For targeting? Are you kidding me? He totally missed him. He was 5 yards behind him. No. 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 Oh my God. Quit throwing the damn flag. It was 4th down, a fumble on the play. Even if Penn State didn't recover it, Maryland did. Penn State's going to get the ball, but the 15 yards on the penalty for Penn State. They're reviewing right now on the field the targeting, whether or not it was targeting or not. If it is, it's still going to be Maryland football, but Jesus Christ. Like, let him play. Plus, it's 45-0. No one gives a shit at this point. Now we got to listen to the damn ref in the Pac-12 that I cannot absolutely stand. The guy talks like I don't know what. Just, he annoys the living hell out of myself. Seems like he calls every single Pac-12 game as well, too, so. No foul for targeting. Maryland did not get the line to gain. Turnover on downs, Penn State football. So even though Maryland recovered the fumble, Penn State gets the ball, as Maryland did not convert on 4th down. So no targeting, no penalty, no foul on the play. Penn State football, 1st down and 10. Switch ends of the field. Penn State now going right to left across your television screen, up 45-0 here in the 4th quarter. Commercial break. Once again, touchdown, Arizona State, 6-0. Sun Devils lead the Golden Bears.
Wait for the bass drop. This is where lemon and pepper get a buttery bath and never felt zesty. Where freshly made just for you chicken learns to fly. Where 11 flavors each go to 11. Should we give you a moment? Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Oh.
What?
I think I forgot to lock my Buick. Got it.
I bet you won.
milligrams of caffeine for the energy to do what matters to you. What gives you energy?
Do we really have to choose him to be our next spokesperson?
He's so boring.
Sounds like you're on the fence. Why don't I just leave you my resume? Yes, it's laminated.
That's what I heard.
Try caramel M&M.
Ow.
Saturday strong. As Jalen Hurts District breaks through his back Texas. It all starts with a big new kickoff pregame show at 11. Then it's Texas Tech, Oklahoma. All part of Big News Saturday on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
There is the Penn State Nittany Lion getting carried through the crowd now. On the road at Maryland, Penn State leads 45-0.
This guy at least another pass in there. He's on the doorstep, man. Sitting here at 398, 4 total touchdowns. Penn State hadn't had a 400-yard passer for 20 years. He's going to in there and get him another one.
Noah Kane gets on top of that one when Sam was low. You know, I hear what you're saying.
Now, man, you got to leverage numbers. I'm sorry, this is the age that we're in. You go in any facility around the country, they're talking about these benchmarks that they're doing. I got a guy that's, the best at it in the world is Mike.
Empty backfield. Screen pass near side incomplete.
Pennsylvania, we mentioned a former track sprinter, and had to come back via the walk-on route to earn a scholarship to play football at Penn State. Very emotional. Had to catch a big-time pass, and it happened. 3rd and 13.
He doesn't have much to work with here.
Pass incomplete.
Just a two-sport athlete originally got to track and field. Had to make this catch. Had to make it. He's a walk-on here. Penn State's spring game. He scores a touchdown. And then James Franklin surprised him with a full football scholarship. That's the reaction. Still one of the greatest things about intercollegiate athletics, college football in particular.
Yeah, mom and dads love that too, boy, because it's easy on the pocketbook. Get a reprieve there.
To Pennsylvania.
There are a lot of programs that have developed that into kind of a recruiting tool and an art. But now it's when a guy earns a scholarship, I've seen some creative.
Cal goes deep. Big pass play to the 30-yard line. Penn State punts once again. Touchback in the end zone. Maryland ball now at the 20.
Stories that nobody can't help but notice in this great game of times.
This is hell. This is hell's heart. It's been broken and put back together. This is also hell's heart. And this is hell's relief, knowing he's covered. This is hell's heart, and it's beating better than ever. This is what Medicare from Blue Cross Blue Shield does for hell. Easy access to quality health care. Imagine what we can do for you. This is the benefit of Blue.
When your energy is spent, but there's so much more you want to do. New Starbucks Triple Shot Energy. 225 milligrams of caffeine for the energy to do what matters to you. What gives you energy?
Today's Best Western. What does that mean?
At today's Best Western, stay 2 nights and get a free night at over 4,200 hotels worldwide. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Louis, you've been craving Wingstop's flavor for way too long now. It's so good to be back. Back with lemon and pepper, get a buttery bath that never felt zesty. With freshly made just for you chicken, learns to fly. With 11 flavors, each go to 11. It's like the first time, every time. Wingstop, where flavor gets its way.
Arizona State celebrating on the 3rd down stop. However, Cal gets the 1st down. pistol for Maryland. It's been a piss poor performance by the Terps tonight. Tackle for loss in the backfield.
Summer internships while he's been at Penn State. One of them being with the computer company Intel. He's also had one other internship with the video game company Blizzard. That's the company that's behind the popular game Fortnite. So he's had some really cool internships.
45-0. Penn State leads 7-0, or excuse me, 7-6 now. Cal just scored 7-6 Arizona State, pending the extra point. And screen pass near side for the Terps on 2nd and 14, gain of a couple, maybe 3rd and 10. And extra point up and good for Cal, so 7-7 tie ball game, 5:35 to play in the opening quarter. Injured player on the field, Penn State, Maryland, injured Terps, so timeout on the field here in the 4th and final quarter. Penn State leads 45-0.
Maybe beyond that, the way he was taken off the field. And now Jalen Duncan, 6'5", 323, and his very first start against Syracuse. This was the number I was about to get into. Look at that. That's a combined 149-6 in the last 3 meetings between these two programs.
And the narrative doesn't change. And again, you take that last drive of 7 plays for Maryland, 27 yards. That was the longest drive in terms of plays and yards since the first quarter, Tim. So those numbers indicative of what has been a full, almost now 4 full quarters of futility.
Penn State with the sack at the 14-yard line. Ellis Brooks with a huge game tonight. Ellis Brooks, a player who actually stepped away from the program over the summer and debated about leaving the program, but eventually came back, has had the best game of his career tonight against Maryland. Maryland on to punt once again. Jahan Dawson, former UCLA commit, back deep to receive, decommitted once Chip Kelly got the job. Penn State almost blocks another Terp punt. Dawson going to field it at the 38. Dawson near sideline now, hits the hole, gets to the 34-yard line. Great return by Jahan Dawson.
That was a sudden move right there again.
49-yard boot, a 30-yard return by Dawson.
That made possible again by just getting after the quarterback, Tim. You can see him coming from depth, and Ellis Brooks just really reads it. Watch him react. And once he figures out that lineman is turning to get that in that's rushing upfield, he just fills that void. That's what you call each one reaching one. It's like a glove. Everybody fits the run fit in your perfect spot. Nowhere to run.
Devin Ford gets about a yard. Going to be 2nd and 9. Under 10 to play.
This has been so impressive that what Penn State has done tonight, Tim. We always talk about run fits, and there is a science to this. Every play that's called, the back end and the front end is working in concert with one another. Everything is orchestrated. So if there is a breach along the way, there's a reason for it. Somebody got beaten on an individual island. So when we see dominance like this, it tells you this team is playing in concert with one another. Complimentary football.
Screen pass in the flat. Penn State. Chisna tries to hurdle a defender. Or excuse me, Zach Kuntz, 82, not 88. 82. Zach Kuntz tries to hurdle a defender. Actually does that, but then just basically a running knee to the face. Pushes the defender back, first down, Penn State. spin move by Devin Ford up the far sideline. Gets about 12 to 15 yards on that run before getting pushed out of bounds.
After breaking tackles, and this little spin right here. Yeah, that was Tino Ellis, the boundary corner that got him. Should have had him dead to rights, but again, the ability to move with a nice little choppy step feet, little staccato feet to get a little couple of extra yards. Missed tackle again. We've seen that as a theme tonight. Tino Ellis, the staccato feet would be like a toe tapper. It's toe tapper now, like it's kind of like a little choppy though.
First and goal. 7-yard line. Levis hands off. Ford. Gain of 3. Ford will stay in the ball game at tailback. Trips near sideline. Levis fakes the give, keeps it for himself, gets in the end zone. Levis with the hammer down. Touchdown, Penn State, 51-0. Nittany Lions lead. Will Levi's puts his blue jeans on, gets in the end zone for another Penn State touchdown, and throws the hammer down now as the Nittany Lions lead 52-0 in the final stages of this ball game. 7-7 Arizona State Cal. Austin 3:16 to play in the first quarter. Slant over the middle complete for 9. Second and short. Pac-12 showdown and Pac-12 After Dark on ESPN. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching this evening. If you're watching on playback on YouTube at any point in the near future, anytime down the road in general, whether it's tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, 5, 10, 20, 50 years from now, links are in the description below.
What did you do?
PlaySugarHouse.com has thousands of sport bet offers every day, straight from your phone or computer. Use one of 12 depositing methods to get started. And when you win, we pay fast. Bet with a brand you can trust at PlaySugarHouse.com.
The difference between great and good enough, between pride and just a paycheck, between it's my job and it's too hard. At Ariat, we build workwear for people like you who truly believe it's the details that make all the difference, because we believe it too. Ariat. See for yourself at ariatwork.com.
Yes, sir. I tell you that we're talking about Levis's power and guns, man. He's got a serious game. I'd say the future is bright for that young man to
played some of the first half after Jackson had been lacking efficiencies. Picker him now back in the game.
From the 25, Maryland hands off, gain of 3, second down.
This injury bug has followed this Maryland program. Unfortunately for the new head coach. It was so promising, though, particularly in the quarterback position. I mean, they were so deep with talent. And ACL injury began to rein in on that position. They were down to 2 years ago, their fourth quarterback. But this is a young man, Jackson, who, again, has struggled now for 2 consecutive games. But there's no doubt that his coach sent a message that he's not giving up on
Maryland's screen pass to the top. Gain of a couple, flag comes flying in from nowhere.
Yeah, but one of the things we talked about, and Scotty Montgomery, the offensive coordinator, said he wants him to know his personnel.
After the play was over, personal foul. Late hit. Defense number 48. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Personal foul, late hit on Penn State. All right. Doesn't matter at this point, but you still don't want that to happen. You don't want to teach that and say, okay, yeah, this is the right thing to do. Hit the guy late every single time, every chance you get. But that flag came clearly flying in from out of nowhere. And a late hit on Penn State, automatic first down for Maryland. Ball's out. Penn State says they have it. Keaton Ellis, number 2, has it. The freshman from State College. And it will be blue and white football here in the fourth quarter. Up 52 on the Terps. Ellis looks like he forced the fumble, he did. And then he hopped on it. Did it all on that play for the Nittany Lions on defense. It'll be Penn State football. But once again, take a shot downfield with Levis. Come on, Ricky Ronnie, call up something good for him on offense. We about a 44-yard. Yeah, about 44 yards to go to get to the end zone. Handoff. Smart thing to do, though. Just run the clock out. Keep running the ball. You're up 52. You don't want to run the score up. Second and 9. Play clock winding down. Levis looking to throw. Over the middle near sideline now. Completed the 28. First down. Commercial break with Arizona State and Cal. So we'll get back to the action in Berkeley here in a minute. But Purdue next week at Iowa. Michigan at Michigan State. October, as I've said, all summer long and now all season long, going to be a month from hell for Penn State, and then a bye week before playing at Minnesota on November the 9th before ending with Indiana at Ohio State and Rutgers. Another handoff, another 1-yard run, brings up 2nd and 9 once again. Officials timeout for an injured player. Who's down now?
piece here.
Aaron takes his favorite agent everywhere.
Well played, State Farm. Did we just have a breakthrough?
No, I don't think so.
I used to book my hotel room on those travel sites, but it was always a catch. Like somehow you'd wind up getting less. But now I book at Hilton.com and I get all these great perks. I got to select my room from the floor plan. You know I'm good at picking stuff. Free Wi-Fi, laptop by the foldable choice, and the price match guarantee. How do you know all this? You like some magical Hilton fairy? It's just pure on the Hilton app. Just available to the public, so. Book at Hilton.com and get the Hilton price match guarantee. If you find a lower rate, we match it and give you 25% off that day.
Arizona State field goal from 37 yards. Wide right, no good. Still tied at 7, 14:44 to play in the first half. .340 and counting to play. 2nd and 9. Penn State leads by 52 to nothing. Trips the top. And shotgun as Levis is just staring at the sideline. Play clock winding down now at 10. I'll try to take as much time off the clock. Yeah. Handoff once again. Gain of about 6. Maybe 3rd and about 2, maybe 3rd and 3. Some very, very loud "We are Penn State" and "Let's go PSU" chants as Penn State going to pick up a huge road win tonight. 52 to nothing over the Maryland Terrapins. Third and 3, another run. Noah Kane gets to the 15. Loxley, as mentioned earlier, I believe I said this, if I didn't, got caught up talking about the game once it did get underway. Trips to the top of your screen once again, 1:40 to play. Levis keeps it for himself, and Penn State could take a couple knees here and be done with it if they wanted to. Win 52 to nothing. But Loxley was the interim in 2015 for Maryland against Penn State after they had fired Randy Edsel the week before. He then went to Alabama, assistant under Nick Saban, which ultimately led to him getting the Maryland job. So Lox in the DMV with the Terps, putting up points early on, first 2 weeks, lose to Temple 2 weeks ago. Levis keeps it for himself once again, gets in the end zone for the second consecutive drive for his second touchdown of the night. There's the Big Uglies in attendance on the road as well. 58 to nothing now as Penn State scores once again under a minute to play. 58-0, pending the extra point by Jake Pinniger. But Maryland loses to Temple 2 weeks ago. Bye week. Penn State bye week as well. Penn State on the road at Maryland tonight. Now they'll end up winning 59-0. Maryland still has 3 timeouts. Penn State does as well. Penn State with 21 second half points. 59-0. Penn State's going to win. Still about 40 seconds to play. So Maryland could do something, but I highly doubt it. They haven't done anything the whole damn game. What makes you think they're going to do something in the final 40 seconds of the fourth and final quarter? Rocket Mortgage college football mascot commercial with the Clemson Tiger, Brutus the Buckeye, Sparty from Michigan State, Ralphie from Colorado, the Penn State Nittany Lion, Big Al from Alabama, and so many more. 7-7 Arizona State and Cal. And Penn State's going to win 59-0. Big road win as Penn State puts up points once again here tonight. 79 week 1, 45 week 2, 17 2 weeks ago against Pitt. 17-10 win. Bye week last week. Now 59 tonight. And as mentioned at halftime, Penn State has dominated from the start. They own the scoreboard, they own the stats, just everything.
And as is the case, the home coach did seek out the visiting coach, and he was waiting for him. That was a cordial but quick. It was eating. I'm not going to say it's curtain because that sounds like a pejorative, but it was quick and it was
just everything. Penn State has dominated. They've been able to run the ball, been able to throw the ball, been able to play good defense, get some sacks, some interceptions as well. That's where it all started at. Kicking game, pretty good as well. So just everything in general. Blocking, running, passing, tackling, kicking, covering, coaching. Penn State's going to win. Maryland going to run the ball here, run the clock out. And they're going to get shut out for the first time this season after both schools put up 79 week 1. But in a battle of those two schools that did put up 79 points in week 1, Penn State's going to come out and top tonight with 59 and beat Maryland 59-0. We are Penn State. Franklin hugging it out with some of his assistant coaches. Franklin now will shake hands with a former assistant coach he actually coached with at Maryland in the early 2000s. Maryland's head coach, Mike Loxley. And Penn State now 4-0. Maryland falls to 2-2. Penn State ranked 12th in the country. We'll have to see if they can get some help tomorrow with the rest of the college football games with teams that are ranked 1 through 11. Penn State, your victors, 59-0. James Franklin interview now.
I was just really pleased with how composed and how poised he was. How he had a really good understanding, coverage, and blitz. Did a great job with our protections. Did a great job seeing rotation, finding open receivers. They just played really well on the road, Big Ten, against a really good opponent.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned being on the road, Big Ten game. You had a lot at stake with this one. What'd you make of the way that your guys completely just handled it?
Well, I don't know about that, but we played a really good team, and our guys competed like crazy. I thought we played excellent on defense. The first team, the second team, the third team, the guys all went in and executed at a really high level. I'm really pleased with the improvement we made this week on third down. We got to keep building that.
Sounds good. Thanks very much, Bill.
Thanks, bro.
One of the really outstanding young coaches in America with a shutout. On the other side, we'll take you to Los Angeles. You'll hear from
Penn State opens up conference play on the road at Maryland with a win, 59-0. Sean Clifford, 398 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. Defense played extremely well. So says James Franklin. I thought they did it as well. Interceptions really got things going for them early on in the ball game. Like I said, though, they just dominated the whole entire 60 minutes. They were able to block, run the ball, throw the ball, play good defense. They tackled well, they covered well, they kicked well, they coached well, and Maryland simply just got beat by a better team and Penn State. But Penn State's really going to find out who they are in the next month here come October, starting next Saturday. And that's the next time you'll see me for live reactions, play-by-play of college football, as Penn State will host the Purdue Boilermakers next Saturday, October the 5th, for homecoming 2019. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in and watching my live reactions, play-by-play of college football. Penn State at Maryland, live right here on Periscope this evening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96, on social media. I'll see everybody now on Sunday. Hey, is that turtle soup ready? I'm hungry. I'll see everybody now on Sunday for live reactions, play-by-play of NFL football. Also Monday night for Monday Night Football and the National Football League, as the NFL is celebrating 100 years, NFL 100, college football 150 as well. But Penn State opens up conference play in the Big Ten with a 59-0 win over the Maryland Terrapins on the road in College Park at Bird Stadium. I'm going to finish watching Arizona State Cal. Hopefully you guys have a great evening here tonight, Friday night, September the 27th, as it is almost close to midnight now, about 11:30. So I've got about a half hour left here Friday night, the 27th of September 2019, before a full day of college football tomorrow, full day of the NFL on Sunday, plus Monday Night Football. Penn State wins 59-10 over Maryland. I'm going to go eat some turtle soup. Hopefully everybody has a great weekend, and I'll see everybody now on Sunday. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring and Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media. Links are in the description below if you're watching on playback on YouTube. And I'll see everybody for more live reactions, play-by-play of college football next weekend, NFL on Sunday, plus NXT, AEW. That war in professional wrestling will begin on Wednesday. Catch me live right here on Periscope this upcoming Wednesday for that, plus next weekend, more college football and the NFL. Stay tuned for college football and NFL predictions for next week as well. Plus, for this weekend, if you haven't already, go check out my college football Week 5 in NFL. Week 4 predictions: Penn State 59-0 win over Maryland. And now Matt Leinart is getting roasted for picking Maryland to defeat Penn State, and they just got shut out 59-0. 59-0. Penn State wins over the Terps. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to go eat some turtle soup, and hopefully everybody has a great weekend. I'll see everybody now on Sunday.